Welcome to Comics League Live. I'm Jared, and I'm here with Nick from the Phoenix Press. What's up, brother?
Hello there. I'm man.
I had to get that one! You know it!
Yeah, you had to. You're going to be using that one a lot.
That's right, people. Jared got some clips. So
My brother got an upgrade.
Yeah, so I happened to be checking out as I was a guest on my good friend's channel. I happened to realize, you know what? I don't have any clips for any of this stuff. So you know what? I decided I would actually do it. So
I was like, get good, scrub, and he took that as a challenge.
So today's topic is we're going to talk about a bunch of different things, chiefly Ben Affleck coming back as Batman, and then we're going to talk about our favorite superhero movies. Now, first, I kind of want to say, so what's very interesting is that, so San Diego Comic-Con just happened. DC tried to put its best foot forward and present all of its present two trailers, which admittedly were pretty good. But here's what happened, though. This announcement of Ben Affleck did this. Gun down. It destroyed that announcement. So, Nick, what was your reaction to that when it was confirmed?
What a day! What a lovely day!
Yeah, I know, right? It was so. And by the way, I know I'm going through these, but we actually have, because I have connections with Warner Brothers, exclusive footage of Ben Affleck arriving at the Aquaman 2 set.
Oh wait, I got to do this. Your entrance was good. His was better.
Yeah, exactly. So
you know where that's from, right?
What?
Batman Forever.
Oh, of course.
The Riddler.
Yeah. So this is huge, like really big, because Ben Affleck has reportedly said, "Okay, yeah, I'm done playing big IP movies." And here's the thing about it, though. He could have said no, because it's such a minor scene that they could have just cut that out. But he chose to come back.
Honestly, that says a lot, and honestly, it kind of gets the speculation part of the brain going.
I know, right? It's I'm thinking, it's like, could this indicate that someone is coming back?
Well, we know the Batman's coming back. We know that.
Well, we know the Batman's coming back. We know the Batman's coming back, but I wonder if a certain director's coming.
I mean, he is coming back for Teen Titans Go. I mean, we're kind of entering tinfoil hat territory with that one, but still.
No, but it's interesting because these things get announced at the exact same time. Well, not exact, but shortly thereafter, where Snyder's working with a Warner Brothers project, first off, that's key. And then Ben Affleck's coming back as Batman, which, again, it could be just stuff. But here's the thing. If the Flash keeps messing up, who knows? Because after all, there's lots of pressure that is on the Flash actor. So really, I wouldn't be surprised if eventually Barry's like, or if it's like the pressure gets too much for him. Hey, Daryl, what's up, brother? Hey, Daryl, what's up, brother? So it's really interesting because I don't know, because stuff keeps happening where I'm like, oh, wait a second here. It's only a matter of time before Warner Brothers goes to Zack Snyder.
Get over here.
You were just having way too much fun.
I went crazy with these, dude.
So, can someone just take that button away from him for 5 minutes, please?
I don't know. Well, you know what, Nick? That's my one for you, by the way. That's my Bard clip. So anyway, yeah, I know.
I would move it. Would give you the other one, but this is a children's. This is a Christian Minecraft server. So I can't do this.
So Nick,
I'll give you the knuckle.
Thank you. So Nick, your reaction to what are your thoughts on like Ben Affleck coming back and what this means for like Snyder coming back or something like that? Yeah, I know exactly. We're all like, yes.
It is such a shot across the bow. Like,
it's almost like
second Warner Brothers.
I had to get that one. You know that. So anyway, as you were saying,
it's just such a shot across the bow. I love how a certain like online cinema person, who I'm not gonna name her name, with the initials GR.
She who must not be named.
Yes, Grace Randolph.
You just named her.
Exactly, that was intentional. So she had like a freaking meltdown to the point where she got trending on Twitter.
I know.
It was such a verbal.
Yeah, I come on and I'm like, I'm just swiping through Twitter and I'm like, why is Grace Randolph going off?
Because she's not getting her way, because she doesn't like the SnyderVerse, and to see these people winning, it makes her mad.
Did you see James Gunn did a tweet basically saying that Grace Randolph doesn't know what she's talking about? I was like, this is a one time. I love James Gunn. I'm like, thank you.
I'm not like a James Gunn hater. Like, I don't love the first two Guardians of the Galaxy are great. I'm not a huge fan of his style, but I think he's at least a decent director and honestly a decent person.
Yeah, he to a degree, but to
a degree.
You see, I'm not a big fan of Gunn's humor, but I did like that humor right there. I was like, yes, thank you.
Yeah, like Gunn's style of humor is not good, but like when you kind of temper it down into like the Marvel formula, it actually works really well. Because like beneath all the diaper jokes, he's actually a really good writer.
Yeah, he is. Beneath all the infantile humor.
If beneath all the infantile humor, he actually writes really heartfelt stories. Like Scooby-Doo is actually a really good movie, and I will die on that hill. He wrote it. And then like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and 2, I think he nailed it. The only reason people even care about Guardians of the Galaxy is because of him.
Yeah, it's because of him, because everyone's like, this is going to be Marvel's first flop, and then Guardians comes out. Now, let's see. So Daryl says Warner Brothers. Okay, so let's see. Warner Brothers owns Ben Affleck. They screw him out of a solo Batman movie, and we never got to see Batman versus Deathstroke. How stupid could one movie studio be? First off, it's Warner Brothers, so I'm actually going to give you this, Daryl.
Yeah, second Warner Brothers.
So anyway, I mean, could this mean necessarily, speaking of that series, that they could tell him, you can make the series for HBO Max? Because, like I believe you said it before, with a Batman series on HBO Max, that it's not going to be as expensive as like a Justice League movie.
Oh, I have something to talk about. It is Snyder Cut related.
Yeah.
So I was actually doing an event today. Like it was kind of like at a comic shop where like you kind of had set up a table and like people could come, buy your stuff and whatnot. Not necessarily a Comic-Con, but more like a pop-up kind of thing. And when I was doing the event, there was actually two people. They brought up the Snyder Cut. They actually brought up about how good the Snyder Cut. I didn't even prompt them. I didn't even like hint at it. Like I wasn't even signaling that I was a Snyder Cut fan. So like they just like the guy just brought it up, and even the lady behind the table next to me actually said that she was a Snyder Cut fan. There's more people than they realize who are fans of this work.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
I had to grab
This is the way. This is the way.
I absolutely had to go for that one. I was like, yeah. There's more people that are a fan of Zack Snyder's work than there are detractors.
This is the way.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time before they bring him back. Honestly, because here's the thing.
We just gotta wait for Aquaman 2 to come out. Like, also, it's proof they're doing reshoots. Like, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that got buried into it. It's proof they're doing Aquaman reshoots.
And they're doing Flash reshoots.
I thought that was for Aquaman.
No, but they're also doing Flash reshoots. Now, my question...
No. But the important thing is they're doing Aquaman reshoots.
Yeah.
Which means...
The other rumor is that...
Emilia Clarke!
Well, at least that the rumor, this is heavily rumored, that they're going to also edit out Amber Heard scenes because it's so unimportant to the plot.
I mean, I think it's like, I think like she has like 10 minutes of like necessary screen time, like 10, 20 minutes. So like that's very easy to reshoot. Very easy, you know? And the thing is, Amber Heard is so freaking toxic. Don't be surprised if like, you know, like do Aquaman 2 and then like they go to the hospital where like Mira's given birth because like that's kind of the rumors. And it's, you turn the corner and it's Emilia Clarke or anybody but Amber Heard. Wait.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Best part. Don't be surprised if the theater erupts in applause.
Yeah, or don't be surprised if like they bring in they have the scene. Arthur walks into the hospital, but it's just a body double with like red hair from behind. We never see the front. Okay, so also the main reason Ben Affleck was having problems on Justice League was not because of Zack Snyder, it was because of Joss Whedon. Of course, but see, here's the
Everyone
thing.
hated him.
Here's the thing, Daryl. You mentioned he who must not be named, so I actually have to give you this.
Why did you say that name?
Okay, you were not lying when you said that you went overboard.
Well, I got a couple of them that I had to have one for whenever he who must not be named is brought up. But anyway, yes, it was because of Joss Whedon. And here's the other thing that I wanted to bring up. In light of the toxic article that was brought up on the Rolling Stones like last week that everyone forgot about. So a lot of people...
So quickly.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that like it's not possible that Warner Brothers is not going to bring back the SnyderVerse because the fan base is so toxic. Even she who must not be named brought this up. But then here's the thing, though. Then why does Disney keep making Star Wars films? You want to talk about a toxic fandom? Go to talk to Star Wars fans.
Can we please? Okay. I actually gotta push up against this because like I'm actually kind of sick and tired of the whole. No one hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans. You know, like
no one hates Star Wars more than Disney. Let's face it.
Okay, that's fine, but like, I'm sorry, but just like the whole like Star Wars is the most toxic fandom ever. I'm sorry. Have you ever played League of Legends?
Oh yeah.
Have you ever gone on Tumblr and searched Steven Universe? I'm sorry, but like sorry, if you venture into the League of Legends chats make Star Wars fans look like freaking saints.
Yeah, and what we're saying is that it doesn't, let me put it this way. There's plenty of other IPs that are equally as popular. Oh, no. Wait. Oh, no. It's all good, Daryl. But I'm like...
That is your opinion.
That's your opinion.
I disagree. I agree with you even if you're wrong.
Yeah, I know. It's not your fault you're wrong, but it's all good.
You're still welcome to the table. It's just we do not grant you the rank of master.
Yeah. What? But anyway,
it is fair. Have a seat, young Skywalker.
I should have gotten that. I'll grab that one next time. But my point is that there's plenty of times when toxic, I'm doing air quotes, toxic, when they're constantly rewarded. So that doesn't make a difference. It's just money. It's money.
Case in point, Amber Heard.
Yeah, and by the way, it's just money. And I think we have demonstrated
money, please.
I think we have demonstrated by Zack Snyder's movie coming out on streaming that crashed HBO Max's servers, that brought an influx to HBO Max pre-COVID, because once again, it was announced pre-COVID. I want to make sure everyone, it wasn't announced pre-COVID. It was authorized pre-COVID. If you look at the timeline, a lot of people think it was authorized because of the pandemic. It wasn't. So, and a big surprise, anti-Snyder people are liars. There you go. Thank you, Wonder Woman. I got a bunch of them that I really want.
Yeah, too many. Did you just upload the entire Snyder cut? Because your band, you must have a heck of a bandwidth. Because honestly, that's what I'm convinced right now. You just took the Snyder cut, you just chucked it at Streamlabs, and be like, have fun.
No, well, first off, I can't do that because the longest a video can send in is 10 minutes.
You uploaded it in 10-minute chunks.
No, I didn't. I just picked my favorite clips.
Which is the entire movie. Your favorite clip of the Snyder Cut is the entire freaking thing.
Yes, the entire 4 hours. It's really the most defining part of the movie. But anyway.
Yes, I love that 4-hour clip from the Snyder Cut. It really
I know. Isn't it fantastic? It really brings the whole film together. Now let me ask you this.
I always go full Lebowski.
Now, let me ask you this. I want to ask this again. Okay, the fandom. Let me see this. The fandom is going to get super toxic when House of the Dragon and Rings of Power start. Oh, yes. Oh, boy.
Now we need to kind of make a distinction. Now, do you mean Game of Thrones fans? Do you mean Lord of the Rings fans?
Probably both.
Because the thing about fandom is for different properties. Like, for example, I'm a Power Rangers fan. I'm a Castlevania fan. Those are my fandoms. Just because I have, there's a whole thing of fandom, but like people follow different things. Like some people are DC fans, some people are Marvel fans. And that's kind of the distinction I want to make. Like, honestly, with House of the Dragon, I don't think it'll have I think it'll come out and it's not looking like it's gonna be good because it's looking pretty cheap, and people just won't care because people were burned so freaking hot. Like, they were burned so hard with season 8, and especially that last episode. And it's been like a couple of years. There's kind of a crater where people's love for that series is, And that's not to say you could have brought them back. Like, honestly, that Jon Snow sequel series, that actually has my attention. Like, they're talking about doing that. That actually might bring the fandom back because people love Kit Harington. And if you bring back, because like you do a sequel series, then you can bring back other actors and maybe right the wrongs, especially since D&D is out of the picture now. So I was like, that actually, might get people talking. But like this, oh sure, the Dance of the Dragons is a great story and would make for great television. Honestly, I think they should have done Robert for like, okay, this turned into a Game of Thrones rant. I'm sorry.
Which I've never seen the series. I started season 1 and I just couldn't get through it.
But
yeah, I know. It's like it was too distracting. I couldn't focus on the plot. But anyway, but
Game of Thrones has really good articles.
Yes, exactly. My point that I'm trying to get to.
Okay, please clip that because that is gold.
My point that I'm trying to get to is, okay, so we know that the Flash movie is also coming out, and that's going through reshoots. Now, what would you say happens? Well, first off, what they could do if Ben Affleck wants to come back fully as Batman, what they could do, just reshoot the scene at the end where it's Keaton coming out of the limo at the end of the movie, and that's just Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I really feel bad for Keaton because I actually that was one part of the Flash movie that got me really excited because to see a return to the Burton verse.
What is up, Truth?
That
I have to do this because I have to do this because Truth is in the chat. I had to do that one. Okay.
I thought you were gonna do like an X-Files kind of thing.
Oh, I wish. And by the way, Truth, if you want to hop in the, if you want to actually be on the stream, just DM me on Twitter and I'll add you. So, hang on, it's official. I'm just entering a DM. So anyway, what happens? So let's assume that Ezra Miller keeps doing stuff. What happens?
Which is not a matter of if, but when.
But when, yeah. What happens if they keep having to delay the movie, or if they eventually decide? Because I know Warner Brothers said we're committed to releasing the movie in theaters. But what happens if they try Warner Brothers' patience and they have to decide to pull the movie or delay it indefinitely? Because here's the problem. This is a movie that the entire DCEU is hinging on.
It's really tough because Batgirl can't really come out without it.
Well, what they could do with that one,
which is kind of a good thing because I don't want that movie to come out.
but let me put it this way: with that one, they could have just placed it in the Burton verse. Do some rewrites and reshoots a little bit to just place in the Burton verse, and you're good.
I'm assuming Forever and Returns they're just assuming it's not canon because of Batman and Robin. You have Batgirl.
Well, yeah, that's true.
You know what a dream movie of mine. Like if you wanted to do like a Batgirl movie, but have it set it in like the Burton Schumacher verse, you do a passing of the torch. You bring back Alicia Silverstone, and you have it be Cassandra Cain.
Well, they're not going to do that because I'm pretty sure they're having this Batgirl be Barbara Gordon. So, again,
which Batgirl? I didn't see anything.
The one in the movie. I'm pretty sure the one in the movie is going to be Barbara Gordon. I wish they could somehow redeem Cassandra Cain from the Birds of Prey thing, but by the way, they've earned that.
Yeah, second Warner Brothers.
I was just doing fan fiction, honestly. I was just kind of doing some like fan fiction stuff because like it actually would be a really cool movie. Like you make Alicia Silverstone Oracle in this new universe, and like even if you do Stephanie Brown, because Stephanie Brown was Batgirl, though if they're gonna do if they do like a Robin movie with Tim Drake, I would really want like a Stephanie Brown spoiler, Oh, but we're getting in the weeds here.
Right, my good friend Truth is gonna come on the channel on the actual stream, so we'll have him on in a second. So anyway,
are you saying the truth is out there?
The truth shall set ye free. I should have gotten a thing like that, but you know what's kind of funny, dude? You created a monster because I'm literally going through like all my movies, going, what can I take clips from? Thank you, because you showed me how to do
welcome.
it. But to keep this point, remember it's significant that Affleck was done with IP movies, and he did not. This is not an important scene in the movie, and he chose to come back as Bruce Wayne. That's the key. He chose. He said yes. He could have just said no.
I'm sure Warner Brothers was like, that is 100% cocaine.
Well, and here's the other part, is that I'm sure the new leadership is like,
I'm so sorry.
what is up, Truth? How you doing?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
So we're talking about Affleck coming back and how important it is that he was like done playing Batman, and then all of a sudden he just comes back.
Yeah, it's weird. Like all these scoopers that's saying that Ben Affleck will never come back, and yet he always comes back. So hopefully the scoopers will say the SnyderVerse will never be restored, so that way we can get the SnyderVerse restored.
These are their words.
Yeah, and then as they eat crow, we'll be like,
Oh gosh, yes.
Pretty much.
yeah, exactly. We'll be able to give Grace Randolph the finger because, oh my gosh.
Her meltdown was insane on Twitter.
That was hilarious. I log onto Twitter and then I see she's trending and I'm like, what the heck just happened here?
At first I was confused because I was like, why are you so angry? It's like I didn't understand her anger. Like if the SnyderVerse fans were going at her, okay, I get that, but that's not the majority. That's only like a minority of the fan base that don't really like her. I don't have a problem with Grace Randolph. I think I have a crush on Grace Randolf, so bear that in mind.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I call her Bae Randolph. She's my bae. I don't know. I have this weird thing for Bae Randolph.
Hello, mental health people. I need to report someone for a dangerous case of insanity.
I don't know
and
what
also
it is.
with a side of simping. So please,
the truth is the Grace simp.
I have a crush on Grace Randolph. I don't know what it is.
All right. Well, we all love what we can't have.
Yeah.
But anyway, Truth.
By that logic, I love good DC comic book stories.
So, Truth, I wanted to ask you. So, your thoughts on. So, first, we get the announcement that Snyder is going to be a guest on Teen Titans Go, which sounds minor, but he's working with a Warner Brothers project. Then this drops.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's.
Do you have the clip? Like, I think we can get away playing the clip. Please, let's play the clip.
Again?
No, the one where it was unveiled. The one where the one at the Warner Brothers lot.
Oh yeah. So actually, I have connections at Warner Brothers. As a matter of fact, I have exclusive like security camera footage of Ben Affleck actually arriving at the Aquaman set.
That's hilarious.
That's pretty much what it was like. But it was kind of funny when it showed up on Twitter. I was like, "Oh no way, this is true!" Because first place I saw it was like from Discussing Film, and I had to check: is this the parody account or is it actually Discussing Film?
Well, Ben Affleck never had a problem playing Batman. It was just Warner Brothers. It was just the environment over there. And then,
second Warner Brothers.
Like Ben loves the character of Batman.
Yeah,
he has a bat cape in his house because he loves he loves Batman.
Wasn't he writing the movie? Wasn't he writing the script dressed as Batman?
Yeah, and by the way, the only reason why he took the role of Daredevil was because that was the closest he can get at playing Batman.
And can we be honest here? He actually wasn't half bad as Daredevil. Let's be honest.
No, the director's cut is way better than the theatrical.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah.
It's not great, but it's solid. I'll say that it's solid.
Like Charlie Cox is objectively better as Daredevil. Let's be real.
Oh yeah.
But
hey,
the 2003
it's a
movie,
lady of plays.
especially for the time, is not bad.
Yes,
So-
it's not horrible.
Daryl Taylor says also that they can't leave that Justice League Darkseid story on a cliffhanger. It's just dumb. And you messed up cinematic universe right there. I get Warner Bros. Wants to compete with Marvel. But here's the thing, though. If they restore the SnyderVerse, here's the thing. This is the best time to do it because everyone's down on Marvel. And then Warner Brothers shows up with this already like planned out cinematic universe that you don't need to watch 20,000 movies to understand.
Imagine they do a DC fandom and it's like Zack Snyder appear. And then Henry Cavill, and then Jason Momoa, and then Gal Gadot, then Ray Fisher,
And then the new Flash. I think I started from Insomnia.
And then
because
Grant Gustin appears.
Might as well stay awake and watch this. Thanks, PK Shades. Yeah, I appreciate that.
And then like, oh wait, someone should be here. We're missing one person. And then Grant Gustin comes in.
No, keep his ass in CW.
No, please. Dylan O'Brien, please give me Dylan O'Brien.
We got
as the
a
Flash.
celebrity in the chat. Oh,
Snyder Queen, I've got a very special clip for you. So this is Snyder Queen whenever she sees the Whedon cut. I made that special for you, Snyder Queen. What is going on? Yeah, we have a celebrity, a good friend of ours. Snyder Queen is sub to her. She makes a lot of cool fan edits. By the way, I may.
In the chat.
Yeah, we've got an actual queen in the chat. So yeah. Sub to celebrity. Oh, come on. Hey, come on. You know you're a celebrity, and at least our. Yes, I know. I am awesome. I thought of because see, I was making. Actually, I have another one. This is what the Snyder cut did to the Whedon cut. So I had the clip of Wonder Woman cutting off Steppenwolf's head. So I was like, "Ooh, who is this from? Who has the Wonder Woman as her profile picture?" There you go.
And you know, I bet when the Snyder cut appeared, basically everyone, the Snyder cut kind of zoom in and to save the day. I bet it was like
the Snyder cut went to the Whedon.
I'm trying to prompt you.
Oh yeah, the Snyder cut went to the Whedon cut. And then said, there you go. Oh, no problem. And Snyder Queen, if you ever want to show up on the streams, you're more than welcome to. So anyway, going back to what we're talking about. All right, so here's the thing. Here's my thing here. At least this could be like maybe the new Warner Brothers leadership because we got Alan frickin' Horn in leadership now.
That's a good move. That's a solid move.
So and by the way, for those of you that don't know, somehow Alan Horn was like the guy who pretty much trained Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
So my thing is, could it be possible that they could go to Ben? Hey man, if you want to come back, we'll let you do your HBO Max series.
I bet Alan Horn took one look up at Disney, kind of throwing that axe down, and was like,
"Oh, do tell your juicy news." So anyway, but here's the interesting Hamada Zack. Then here's the interesting part though. They announced like the new head of Warner Brothers, and guess who wasn't in there? Hamada. And by the way, Snyder Queen, I have to do this because you brought up his name.
Why did you say that name?
I had to. And to the toxic fans who said Affleck sucked as Batman, what the hell you supposed? Yes, exactly. Right, let's talk about that real quick. Remember when he was announced as Batman and everyone was upset?
Yeah, everybody was making fun of him.
Honestly, the Batman role has a history of like actors getting announced, people hate them, then they actually do the role, then everyone shuts the duck up. Happened with Keaton, happened with Heath Ledger, happened with Robert Pattinson.
And I know the second game of Warner Brothers Montreal isn't a Batman game. Well, that's a surprise.
That's interesting.
Okay, so now here's the point here. Now, I think, and Tevia speaks the truth. He says, I think Ben Affleck was the perfect Batman. And I think he is the best guy to ever carry the cowl.
Yeah.
He's the Batman we needed but didn't deserve.
Yeah, if any statement is true, it's that one right there, dude. Well done. I'm giving you this one. You deserve that, my friend.
Yeah.
Same goes for Pattinson. Yeah, Pattinson was great. I love Pattinson.
Yeah, I liked it. Ben. Like here's my thing. Can't both be good? Like, can't both be awesome? Like,
you can enjoy both.
Love both. Yeah.
But what I love is that what was kind of funny is that I loved where Warner Brothers just released a Snyder cut, expecting it to do bad, and then all of a sudden they were like,
"You're gonna need a bigger boat."
Well, they're gonna be like, "We're gonna need a bigger server."
Yeah. Oh, Kevin Conroy is also great as Batman, to especially in animation. Oh yeah, he is the animated Batman.
Yeah.
So personally,
we got Rob. Yes.
I'm a Keaton fanboy. Keaton is my Batman. But Batfleck and Patterson are like, in the top 3.
You had to mention Keaton.
Worth it!
Let me ask you this truth. So in the off chance, or actually not really off chance, because at this point it's a very likely scenario, when the Flash is indefinitely postponed because Ezra keeps doing stuff. So what happens with the DCEU? Because this is their movie that's hinging on everything, and apparently with all the pressure, Ezra's like,
yeah, I really don't know what they're gonna do. I think they still have plans to release it. I don't think they're gonna shelve it on HBO Max.
There is like my thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know. It's just right. Like right now, the perception of the film is not great. We don't even have a full trailer to really gauge what this film is. I think everything is going to hinge on the trailer, and whether or not the trailer is amazing. I think that will bring goodwill for the film. Mm-hmm. If the trailer is really bad, it's just only going to add to the pressure of Warner Brothers. Like, okay, what are we going to do?
And Tevye is right.
And the biggest problem is,
and
the biggest problem is Ezra is the Ezra situation is still not dealt with. Like, he hasn't, the whole situation hasn't been solved. He's not, because he has like this ranch. What if there's a shootout? What if he's on a shootout?
If someone dies, they're going to pull the movie. If there's like injury or death,
if he comes out and he has a gun to a child's head, because I'm not being hyperbolic here. Like, Ezra is so off the ranch that I could see that happening.
And by the way, they were making a Supergirl movie.
Yeah, that was the whole reason for her being in the Flash.
And there's one more thing. So Taladia Plays brought up, I'm hearing maybe a Superman game or a Justice League game. I have a very special clip picked out for that. So. Yes, that's pretty much my reaction when they announce a good Superman game. So anyway, and then we have, the Ezra situation is a mess. I'm hoping that we get a good Superman movie because that'd be really awesome. Yeah, and we have a good Superman. He's literally saying I want to still play Superman.
Getting back to the Superman game, honestly, nothing will ever top the greatness that is Superman 64.
Not impressed.
I was trying
There you
to
go.
get you to use that clip for ages. Like, I was trying to get you to do that, but like,
I was saving it for the proper moment. You set it up so well. Where did the idea of background Superman exist, that Superman background replacements come from? Wasn't that like a Grace Randolph rumor?
I mean, they're kind of mirroring the current Justice League thing, like, you know, like,
Oh, yeah.
like, I'm sure the old regime at WB would love to introduce a John Kent, age him up to a teenager, and then have him
Have him as a horrible character. So, yeah, I'm hoping I'm gonna get a good game with my boy John Samuel Ken's 10-year-old self. Or they could do what would be actually really smart is have John be the child of Superman and Wonder Woman. I'm just saying they've done that before, and it's in Frank Miller's universe. But okay, so am I allowing the show? Do you want to come on? That's fine if you want to hop on. But
don't threaten us with a good time, Telly.
Yeah,
Do not threaten us with a good
DM
time.
me on Twitter, and we'll Comics League JT. Just DM me on Twitter, and I'll send you the link. So anyway, now I think what they could do if they're so determined to release it, because you know how they're doing like reshoots on these movies. Could they possibly let me put it this way? They got the Ben Affleck Batman announcement destroyed everything Marvel announced on Twitter. So what I'm thinking is maybe they could decide, let's not replace these characters and instead actually like make it so the movie just diverges the timelines and keeps Ben Affleck as Batman, or has two Batmen. How cool would a No Way Home style Batman movie be?
Well, first of all, I don't believe this whole the Ben Affleck news got leaked. I think Warner Brothers saw the outrage and the lackluster response from Comic-Con, and they're like, you know what? Let's just pretend that Jason Momoa just accidentally walked in Ben Affleck's trailer and accidentally just recorded it live for people to see and accidentally just uploaded it on the internet. I think they told Jason, hey,
honestly,
just throw the footage on the internet and let people get excited. And of course, it, for a hot minute, kind of took away the attention from Marvel, because they were like, secret who? Kang what? Oh, you mean Ben Affleck coming back? That's awesome. What else do you have? So I think that's what happened.
I mean, honestly, now that you kind of put it that way, there is kind of a series of events that are actually very convenient. Seriously, you really think like DC Comics, like, hey, we have this active set here, and we have this person that like we're not supposed to show. Let's have a tram tour go there. It's like it's very convenient, you know.
I love where Jason Momoa is like, well, we try to keep it a secret. I'm like, you keeping a secret doesn't help. You telling me you were trying to keep a secret doesn't help me, bro.
Yeah. Especially when he was laughing about it too. I'm like, come on, bro. Like,
and he just happened to be wearing. That's where I got like, maybe this is legit when he's dressed as Bruce Wayne with the suit and everything. I'm like, wait, what?
So
he's back.
Here's what happened. They realized Comic-Con stunk for them. Like, they realized that, hey, everyone's asking The Rock about Henry Cavill, because if you look at the Comic-Con footage, The Rock is actually very uncomfortable. You can tell he was not prepared, because these people are coached to heck and back, especially for an event like Comic-Con. But you can tell he was not coached about the question Henry Cavill. So that tells me that Warner Brothers didn't even think about that being an issue. You know, the fact that they didn't coach The Rock on to have an answer about that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can tell, like, there's interviews where it's like he's struggling to find an answer. He's visibly, and like The Rock actually got booed. You know,
I've never seen that happen to The Rock.
And it's at Hull H. Like, that is the greatest home field advantage ever. That is like to get booed at Hull H during your own panel. Yeah. That says a lot.
Yeah. And it says like, hey, Black Adam's cool, but where's Superman? In particular, where's Henry Cavill? Especially when news broke before Comic-Con that Henry Cavill might have appeared, which I think the plan was for Henry Cavill to show up, but of course,
Got COVID.
Cavill got COVID and all that, and of course, Warner Bros.
I thought he was because he was
The
in
whole
England,
mess.
so he's filming The Witcher.
That too, but he
That
was
too, but he could have easily just flown out for a day
or
and
Zoom.
just showed up on stage.
See, here's what WB was like. Holy crap, we got to do something. Oh, hey, we have the Snyder cut in the glass case. Why did we put the Blu-ray in there? I don't care. Just open it symbolically, and then we'll arrange it after.
The Snyder cut has become Warner Bros. Like break glass in case of emergency. Because here's the thing. Speaking of Comic-Con, what is amazing is how the Shazam trailer has Snyder cut footage.
Yeah.
I'm like, and you're trying to tell us that Justice League is canon? Really?
They know better than that. They're like, yeah. Let's take the most visually striking images from Justice League. Which one is that? Oh, Snyder cut? Okay, let's use that footage instead.
Like they made a conscious choice to do Snyder cut footage. Now, I'm not going to put it past them like maybe they thought no one would care, because like they've shown that they don't really have their finger on the pulse of their fans.
No, they never did.
But like, you would think if they wanted to do Justice League, because they knew they were using Snyder cut footage, they at least knew that much. Why didn't they use Justice League footage? Like,
hey, what's up, Taladia? How you doing?
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's up? What's up?
You got any delicious scoops for us?
Yes, so I know some intel about the second project for WB Games 1 Trio.
All right, the floor is yours.
Go ahead.
So what I've been told is that the second game isn't a Batman game. It's not set in Gotham, but it has got like creatures that got quadrant, clothes and all different things due to job listings. Now I've been heard that it could be a Superman game or a Justice League game, from what I've been told, because they've been pitching for a Superman game since 2013. So I do know that, and I also know that with the new team at WB Games Montreal they used to work on Assassin's Creed and stuff. So it's an open world game.
And yes, cool. Daryl, you are 100% right. Oh my gosh, Jody's corner. Don't even get me started on that, dude. Oh gosh.
So, is there any news from Rocksteady, like what they're planning at doing after the Suicide Squad thing? Whatever?
Rocksteady, no, nothing. From what I've heard, is Rocksteady is focusing on Suicide Squad, and that's a game as a service game.
Okay, because I really want Rocksteady to do a Superman game. They kill it.
They pitched a Superman game, would you believe? But WB declined them. The old regime.
Oh, okay. So that is worthy of this.
Yeah, second Warner Brothers.
Yeah, there you go. Because it was kind of funny. I was just doing a podcast episode yesterday talking about we need a Superman game, a really good Superman game, and you tell me that the people and I said Rocksteady would nail it, and Warner Brothers said no.
Warner Brothers said no to them, and they pushed them to do Suicide Squad. That's why I've been hearing that WB Montreal could be doing a Superman game or Justice League.
Yeah, because they realized that. Okay, so let me get this straight. Who is more popular than the Suicide Squad besides every other DC character? How about the dude that invented your company?
Yeah.
I
have a question for you guys. Like, who do you think is more popular? Batman? I know this is like a age-old question, but
Batman.
Who do you think is more popular, Batman or Superman?
Superman.
Batman.
Superman. You think Superman is more popular?
All right. Let me just kind of put it this way.
Go on.
If Superman was more popular, why is there literally 36 Batman books on the shelves right now? Why has there been let's see here, 3 Superman movies in the last 30 years? Let's count the Christopher Reeve as one entity. Then you got Superman Returns and then Man of Steel. Whereas with Batman, you've gotten Keaton, you gotten Bale, you gotten Batfleck.
Yeah.
So it's very obvious who is the more popular character. Though I will say a lot of it comes down to Batman is easier to adapt. Batman is a character who is easier to write for, because Batman's human, he can be shot. Superman is a notoriously hard character to write for, whereas
Not
Batman.
really.
Not really. If you know how to.
Well, here's the thing: if you have talented writers, it's not hard.
Yeah.
When Batman is written well, it's the best stories ever come into fiction. But the thing is, there's dozens of Hallmark Batman stories, but not that many Hallmark Superman stories. The number of iconic Batman stories is, and this might be my bias as a Batman fan, so it's like I'm gonna fully admit that. But like, it's like if you just kind of look at the numbers, it's very clear. It's Batman is a more popular character.
Well, it could be Superman's more popular, but it's easier to write Batman, so they pump out Batman books.
That's why they pump out Batman films, Batman books, Batman games, all of that stuff, because Batman is more popular than Superman at the moment.
Superman is a cultural icon. He is.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have another guest in the show, my good friend Tevya. What's going on, man? I had to. What's up, Tev?
I got the ovens. Nice.
Thank
Hello.
you.
Yo, what's up?
Mr. John Kent over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
a big Superman fan. I've seen his content, and he's been talking about Superman a lot, especially in video games.
Yeah.
And stuff
Dude,
like
that Super Sons animated movie looks freaking dope.
Yeah.
Dude,
That
you know,
was
that movie-
2022. But
That's
guess
a
who?
cool movie.
Superman is a movie I can't wait to watch that movie.
That-
That's on top of the list.
Superman, the Super Son should be at theaters, hands down, because of
And
the
these two
animation.
theaters.
Because of the animation style, it just looks great.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, but it's so now I want to go through the panel and like yes, heck yeah, dude, thank you. But to bring up, all right, so talking about the Flash now. Yes, the current test screenings have been good. We're aware of that, and I think the movie has potential. Now, once again, if Warner Brothers, if I know they've committed to like holding it to like releasing this in theaters. Now, the question is if Ezra keeps doing stuff, and let's say that they decide to pull the movie. What do they do with the other movies? Because here's the problem with the Flash. It's pivotal to the DCEU.
Well, I heard
Kill with fire. Call Zack Snyder. Snyder cut his back. Suck it, haters.
Yeah, suck it, Warner Brothers.
Thank you. Thank you.
I heard that they just done additional photography for the Flash last month. So I heard about that, and so apparently they could be doing something different towards the ending of the Flash film because of Ben's return as well for Aquaman 2. So there's that. And, like also with, Michael Keaton, there was a test screening just last month, I think it was, or something, that Michael Keaton got majority of the cheers instead of the Flash. And I'm just like, I'm just like, this is supposed to be a Flash film, not a flipping Batman film. But the way it's sounding like it's supposed to be immense to be a Batman film.
I'm telling you, what they should just do is cut out all the Ezra stuff and then do more stuff with Michael Keaton. Let's make it a Flashpoint Batman movie. Just do that.
No.
If you're gonna do a Flashpoint Batman movie, you gotta get Jeffrey.
You need Thomas Brain Batman to do a Flashpoint Batman movie.
No, what you do is you get rid of all this Flashpoint bullshit, and you bring in Michael Keaton. You start with a new script, and you get Will Friedle, and you do a Batman Beyond movie.
I'll be on a Batman Beyond movie. I've been saying Batman for years that could work. Why doing a Batman movie?
Because Batman Beyond is awesome, and it's a perfect continuation of the Keaton verse.
Actually, yes, because Batman is old as hell in that universe, so it'd be a lot. That's why, by the way, I don't want Keaton taking over as the main DCEU Batman, because he's too old to be believable as a Batman. Where you have a Batman that's like way better.
That's why the SnyderVerse is much better than what Michael Keaton has done.
Thank you.
I think Michael Keaton's still a good Batman.
He's a good Batman for what he did. My favorite people are the people that say that they hate that Batman doesn't kill. My favorite Batman is Michael Keaton.
He did
what?
He literally set people on fire.
Warner Bros. Has a history of changing their minds. Look at what they did to the original movie lineup. They had plans up to be. Yes, when you look at that original lineup, they had bangers lined up. They had like First off, we were gonna get Cyborg after we actually had a legitimate Cyborg like scene. In other words, we had a better version of Cyborg. We were gonna have a Gotham City Sirens movie. And by the way, PK says Flashpoint as a concept has become a broken phone situation when it keeps changing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I
exactly.
agree. Like, it can't emergency break glass.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Flashpoint we need too many times. We need to blame Flashpoint. Do something else. Do Crazy M&Fs.
Like,
Or-
if I was Warner Brothers right now, I would do a Batman Beyond movie straight up. You know, do a sequel to
Yeah.
Batman Returns, because it makes sense to have Michael Keaton for that. But now because they're doing this whole new DCEU reboot thing, I think it's gonna flop on this. It's gonna fail. I think
All
it's
right,
gonna flop.
question to everybody. If they did a Batman Beyond movie, who would you think they should cast as Terry McGinnis?
I'm not good at casting.
That's a great question, man.
That's a great question.
The only thing I say is that Will Freddie and
And
Kevin
in the
Conroy
line.
have to make a Kevin Conroy is Terry McGinnis' father.
Oh, dude, yes. That'd be
Yes.
That would be interesting.
Either Will Freddie either Will Freddie or Kevin Conroy is Terry McGinnis' father.
I think Will Freddy would be a really good choice to be a Terry McGinnis' father, because in that age range he's in 30s or 40s.
Yeah, he voiced Batman Beyond.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing. Though I do want Kevin Conroy on there, like maybe he can be like a teacher at the high school or something. I don't know.
Why did you say that name?
What name was that? What name was that?
You said Kevin Conroy. I had to put that up.
But Kevin Conroy's cool.
I mean, yeah, Kevin Conroy is cool, but like
Yeah.
he's already done live. He's already done one live action, and that was in the CW.
That's the Batman one.
Yeah, it's just Kevin Conroy.
I think he still did great on that episode. He did a great job.
Hey, PK.
Hey, PK.
Terve.
So,
It's hello in Finnish.
Hello.
Love the Pikachu hat.
yeah, I love that. So now,
Yeah,
so
thanks.
here's the thing, though. With all this coming out, what do you guys think the chances are that they tell Ben, you did have that script all set for a Batman v Deathstroke movie, and we have HBO Max, so you want to come back and do it?
50-50.
Ben Affleck would do it, I think. Yeah, he would do it.
No, he won't do it without Zack. Unless Zack comes back, then he'll do it.
And we know
I would like to imagine. I would like to imagine if he is supported well in doing it, then it might be possible. Looking at how it's also supposed to be Joe Bank and Yellow there also, then the healthy work environment and all that, because something that doesn't push him back into the ring.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, it would.
Well, first off, also
I still have the.
Let's not forget we're dealing with an entirely new Warner Brothers too. So
yeah, because Discovery bought the old Gene. Old Gene got fired.
Yeah, second Warner Brothers.
That's gonna be my main drop. I'm gonna put in here.
The new regime knows what they're doing. I mean, they've got Alan Horn back.
Alan Horn, baby.
They got him back.
So what would Zack Snyder say to the old WB regime?
Yeah, second Warner Brothers.
Actually, here's the thing. Have you noticed any time that a Zack Snyder thing happens, this is what happens to the Warner Brothers properties that have been announced, let's say.
Yeah.
That's pretty much right. I'm like, dude, that's why it astounds me that for so long they didn't do anything with Snyder, because I'm like, we crashed HBO Max's servers.
Yep.
Dude.
Plus, as well, I know that Alan Horn is a big, he brought Zack Snyder into WB. So imagine him telling Mike DeLuca, you know what, let's do some SnyderVerse stuff.
He'll probably tell Zack.
Get over here.
You know what Alan's gonna do?
I'll give it credit. That one was so cool.
Yeah.
Alan is going to shoehorn in Zack Snyder back into everyone's
actually, don't. He doesn't.
No, you don't get the joke. Alan Horn. I see Alan's gonna shoehorn.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ultimate Marta.
Not what I was
Hamada
responding to. It was
wasn't in
that Deathstroke and League of Assassins stuff.
Hamada wasn't in charge of DC. It was
He wasn't. He wasn't doing all more
It was
the
Toby
other higher ups.
it was Toby freaking Emmerich, who was part of WB, WB Media.
Well, Jeff Johns ran it
Yeah.
for a
What?
minute.
Oh, sorry. Oh, you finished.
Yeah, Jeff Johns ran it for a hot minute.
And we all know how that turned. Wait. I got one for that one
I
too.
wouldn't have done that. I blame more the higher ups. As I said, he did the figurehead, did the puppet.
Yeah, he was kind of the puppet, but since someone said John,
Why did you say that name?
I'd hate to see what happens if I say Martha.
Oh,
How am I lying when I say the name Martha?
wait, I had the wrong one.
Depend.
I had to go with that one.
The first one. is
It
better.
depends.
the first one better.
I prefer the original Justice League. Fuck Zack Snyder.
Wow.
Oh,
Ban him.
I'm trolling. I'm trolling, guys. I'm trolling. I'm trying to.
Oh my
I'm trying
gosh,
to trigger him.
where's it really go? Oh. Don't push me, dude. I have the power of removal. It's gonna get to the point when Nick is gonna go.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's gonna be him eventually.
Nothing!
You regret nothing, really. Okay, so where's that ban button? Where's that perma ban button?
There is one thing I'll say though, right? With the Zack Snyder Justice League numbers high on iTunes, I can see them just doing more with that universe.
Oh, absolutely.
It'd be stupid not to.
What? I don't get it.
It's like, wait a second. So you have a universe that's well, first off, hang on. Let's remember this. He has a plan. That's why I always tell people. That's why I always tell people. Say what you want about Zack, but he has a plan compared to the old regime that clearly doesn't know the definition of the word plan because they keep saying plan. But their movies are like throwing spaghetti at the wall.
It's like throwing wet.
Here's my answer to that.
Yeah.
Psylocke
How long has it
also
been
had a plan,
since
look what happened to him.
What?
Go on.
All right. Well, anyway.
Yeah, I was about saying, how long has who was that Finn, the actor for Guy Gardner? How has it been 2 years since they announced the casting for Guy Gardner in that
3 years.
HBO Max Green Lantern series?
Oh, yeah.
That is going to be canceled.
That's gone. That's a goner. That's a goner. It's been 3 years.
Because
that has to be.
The minute Zaslav gave like his it was like a like very small budget for an HBO Max project, I'm like, okay, Green Lantern's done. You picked the property for DC that's probably the most heavily VFX and already has a history of really bad VFX, and you think that you're gonna survive. That's almost like that's almost as bad as announcing a Wonder Twins movie, but they would never do that.
Oh, yeah, that movie.
I mean, they canceled the Wonder Twins movie. They canceled. I mean, the whole even J.J. Abrams movie, right?
Oh boy,
that's not happening.
That's not happening at all because it's been nearly 4 years.
Wonder Twins movie starring the Olsen twins.
That's true. Wonder Twins. I would watch that, but yeah, I agree. But another movie that I'm wondering because it's kind of in limbo is Wonder Woman 3 because we have gotten no information about it.
That was so bad. That's why.
It's still.
Yeah, that's also in the.
I heard they're still writing the script for that. So from what I was told,
but
I'm saying for me to believe that it's still going to come out eventually, you're going to have to give more information. Like, oh, we're thinking of doing this and this and this and this villain. We're thinking of using this costume and stuff.
I mean, the only way I see that Wonder Woman 3's set up is via Shazam 2, because there is because Fury of the Gods, yeah.
That kind of
fact. Go on, sorry. Finish your sentence.
Truth?
Well, here's the thing. Like, I don't know if they even know where this is going to go in the long run, because I think Well, the SnyderVerse, talking about specifically Man of Steel, BVS, the Just League, Black Adam and Shazam, they weren't part of Snyder's plans at all. So I don't know if they think, well, if we do bring in the SnyderVerse, and if we do bring in Zack Snyder, and if we do follow his plan, can we fit everything into it? Can we fit in Shazam? Can we fit in Black Adam into his plan? And then just spin off every other character once that story is done. I mean, I guess they can have conversations about that with Zack Snyder. Or does Zack Snyder say, "Fuck no, I just want to finish my story and then I'm out, and then you can do whatever you want."
I honestly don't really see him being that obstinate, especially since he doesn't really have any leverage. Like, and plus, honestly, I feel like Zack Snyder, like if you work with him, he'll work with you, kind of thing. So it's like, I think if they said, "Okay, we'll do your plan, except we gotta fit in these other characters. Like, we'll give you the free reign to fit them in the way you see best, but you've got to have these list of characters." I can see Zack Snyder be like, "Okay, sure, I'll do that concession."
And if it all depends on whether or not Black Adam and Shazam are successful, because Super Pets came out and it wasn't really the biggest blockbuster. I heard it was good. I'm not talking about the quality of the film. I'm just talking about specifically the box office.
For the general
the box office for Super Pets.
I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was
okay for you.
I heard it was
one at a time, people.
One at a time. One at a time.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Who goes first?
Well, I go first then.
Yeah, go ahead.
I heard that Super Pets, if you're really into like comic books and all of that, there is a lot of Easter eggs in there, and you'll probably geek out because there's two credit scenes, post credit scenes, and whatnot.
Nice.
So apparently there's that, but other than that,
22 million so far.
How much?
22 million so far, according to the box office so far, according to this first search result, is 22 million.
So what's the budget?
And the budget.
So in the meantime, while PK looks that up, I have a very important
$90 million.
$90 million?
Eiku hetkinen. Yeah. The film cost 90 million to produce. Yeah, that's what it says there. And when I Google the box office, the earliest reports from 10 hours ago were 22 million.
Damn. So that's
a bomb.
That's a bomb.
That's a bomb. Yeah.
And here's Zack Snyder rolling into Warner Brothers.
Are you not entertained? Are you not?
Yeah, there you go.
If Zack Snyder is directing the film, then yes, I am entertained.
Yes, I am very entertained.
I want to start out these Super Pets. No.
Zack Snyder has a plan.
He has a plan.
He has a plan. Zack Snyder had a plan, and now he's got new storyboards to work with.
Oh, that's gonna be so dope! I'm so happy.
I'm hoping a new one. Don't get all Roseman and Bruce Wayne. That's a bad idea. No.
Zack changed that. He's not gonna have the kid be Lois Lane and Bruce Wayne's kid, because even he admitted that was stupid.
But here's the thing: is Zack Snyder gonna bring back Amber Heard?
Nope. No. Hey. No. But by the way, so I've heard rumors that they're going to also cut her out of Aquaman 2 as well.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Her runtime will be cut short, from what I was told.
Really? And then here will be the theater reaction. Yep, there you go.
Does Zack Snyder bring back Ezra Miller?
No,
I don't think so. What he'll say, what I think he'll do is he'll like off screen go, "Oh yeah, and Wally West showed up."
You can't do that.
No. I think
just pretend some new actor is playing the same character. That's also
probably.
Yeah, it'll be a full recast.
Possibility.
Yeah.
That's what I think WB Discovery will do.
Okay, so question: who is your pick for the new Mira. Mine is Emilia Clarke.
Emilia Clarke.
Emilia Clarke. She's the only person I know who can do it.
Okay, yeah,
she
let's go with
has
Emilia
chemistry.
Clarke.
She has chemistry with Aquaman, so
Yeah, she
Yeah,
has
And
chemistry
she's
with
a better
Jason Momoa.
actress than Amber Heard. So
Depends
it's a
on how
net
well
positive.
she is to be directed, also,
Yes.
because how much did it outside of Game of Thrones, how much acting experience does Emilia Clarke have?
I think
She
she's
was
doing
in
it.
Genesis.
Comes to mind is Terminator Genesis. Yeah, and that's
I thought
how-
it was fine. Looking
As
back
a-
at it now, it's whatever.
The Terminator Genesis is a shit movie, but her portrayal of Sarah Connor is actually not terrible.
Yeah, she did a good job. Like,
She
she
did,
Yeah.
did-
I
Yeah,
think
it's
she
not
did
kind of
very
like-
good with what was given to her. I think
This is
given
the way.
a decent job.
yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
Also,
Because
fun
you're saying
fact,
she has
Game of
chemistry with Momoa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
yeah.
does.
That makes
Fact.
sense.
Fun Terminator fact. And there are two actresses in Game of Thrones
Yeah, it's
who
basically
played Sarah Connor and played Sarah Connor.
Yeah, there's Winter Hamilton who
Someone's-
played her in
yeah.
Sarah Connor.
No, in Game of Thrones. In the cast of Game of Thrones, there are two actresses who have played Sarah Connor.
Who?
Well, obviously one was Emilia Clarke. The other one was Cersei herself, who was in the Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Yeah, that's her.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh
This is it.
yeah.
But that's not
Yeah,
Linda
yeah,
Hamilton.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
from T2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got that mixed up.
Linda Hamilton was also in a Terminator Woke Fate.
I
Yeah.
never saw that.
Yeah,
it was
the-
so
good for you. Good for.
It's
I
not
wanted to put.
attention when they caught the ball. How you fuck that up?
Yeah, I didn't
Damn it,
watch
easy.
either. It was 2019.
James
yeah,
Cameron
I
was involved with Dark
so
Fate.
much busy.
Yeah, killed John Connor, but he had the
Yeah, they open it up immediately, killing John Connor, and I'm like, yeah. By the way, Nick, that is some quality entertainment.
Yeah, because if
Yeah.
This
because
show
the
was actually
previous
really
two
good.
movies were
I like
about
that
keeping
show.
John Connor alive.
Yeah,
And making
and then
sure that he's born and then making sure that he stays alive. Then what was the point of all those movies if they just killed
What
him
about
off
T1?
in
What
the
about
third movie?
T2? What about
Yeah.
T3?
But
Also, yes,
Go on.
that is River from Firefly.
Yeah,
Cole,
I know.
Cole has a good
Yeah,
scoop. He's returning as Daredevil
Yeah,
and not
Summer Glau.
Batman. and for that, I'm gonna give you this,
Yeah,
Cole.
suck it, Warner Brothers.
Wouldn't that be Suck It Marvel?
yeah,
No, but
Yeah.
what that is if he were returning as Daredevil, Warner Bros. Would be losing that talent. So I'm like, yeah, suck it.
So, like, I always had like this cool thing I always thought would be funny. Like, what if they brought in Jon Favreau to direct like the HBO Max series? I always thought it would have been like a funny prank if like Jon Favreau took Ben Affleck, be like, okay, so we're thinking about doing some changes to your wardrobe. And
A red bat suit.
No, even better. So they take him and they unveil it, and it's his costume from Daredevil.
That had a good joke.
And here's Nick after making that joke.
I'm so sorry.
I'm not sorry though. I'm not-
I
so it's
had
lies.
So my
No,
question for you
no,
guys.
seriously, though, we got Charlie Clark Daredevil. They'll have to win for me.
So my
But
question,
Go ahead, Taladia, go ahead.
my question for you guys is that with with Ben Affleck returning, do you think he'll get a little bit more screen time in the Aquaman 2 movie, or do you think he'll get a little bit less?
It depends on if they want to because let me put it this way: the social media response to Ben Affleck coming back has been momentous. So
Competitors, Watery.
yeah, if they're really concerned with Aquaman 2 doing well, they'll probably go eventually. You know what? Screw it. Pump up those numbers.
Yep.
It's like, okay, we need more HBO Max subscribers. Let's announce a Batman series, and it's going to be produced by Zack Snyder.
But wait. Question. Are we getting Batman series already from the Batman universe?
That's the Penguin.
That's the Penguin.
Yeah, the Penguin and about the Arkham Asylum show.
Yeah,
the TV show.
But it's not a Batman show, which sucks. I'm like,
Wait,
no.
What are you talking about? What is he talking about?
Yeah,
He's talking about
all the
They're all
shows,
kind of spit out
all the
movies.
Batman
Spit out,
probability shows
sure.
that none of them have Batman in it.
Yeah.
And I'm
One
like,
penguin.
Wait, I'm
the other
sorry,
one
I'm having
is
trouble
Argyle.
understanding, guys.
Is it possible on the way that since the last Batman show that actually was kind of like Batman show or had the character of Bruce Wayne and Batman or in any form was Gotham. And Gotham was a Fox TV show, and Fox is currently owned by Disney. I asked this in my Titans video last year, but is it something like that the TV rights for Batman are currently owned by Fox, which WB and DC can't use because they don't have them?
No, they couldn't use Batman while Gotham was going air. Like, if you notice, they didn't premiere Batwoman until after Gotham went off the air.
Yes, but the rights.
Didn't do well.
Even now, when the show
if
is,
they didn't have the rights to Batman,
when Gotham is
Kevin
over,
Conroy would not have appeared in Crisis on Infinite Earths because he was Batman in that. So if they didn't have the rights to Batman, they couldn't really do Batman.
No, he was
if they didn't
Bruce
have
Wayne.
the rights.
More of a Bruce Wayne in any intense.
Why is it confusing?
And also,
the multiverse is confusing.
I mean, WB
Not just
doesn't
multiverse,
seem to. WB Media doesn't seem to know what
the
they were doing
IP
at the
rights
time.
bureaucracy is even more. Fuck
Yeah. And yes, I agree with Taladio. Warner Brothers has no idea what the heck they're doing right now. It's like, oh man.
That's why WB Discoveries decided to take it up a notch and decided to put things right. Which is the correct things, doing things, making Superman and Batman the forefront of things, which should have been the thing from the get-go.
Yeah, it should have been the thing from the very beginning since you even started.
Yeah,
I mean,
he started DC, so I'm like, why aren't
Superman started DC first? Batman came out.
But here's the thing, though. Why has it shouldn't take 10 years for us to get another Superman movie?
Yeah, it shouldn't. What the hell?
Question for you. Who should be the villain in A Man of Steel 2? I think
Brainiac.
Brainiac, that's obvious.
Brainiac is kind of a really big...
Snyder even said it would be Brainiac.
Okay. I think Brainiac should be played by Nicolas Cage.
Venom.
Why did you say that name?
No,
I don't think Cage is the actor.
No, Nick.
No more
Cage.
coke for this man, please.
No. Nicolas Cage is a.
But I like
fine
my white candy.
thespian actor who does that. No, not
Anthony Hopkins as Brainiac.
No, I'm a bad actor. Keanu Reeves.
Oh, that's actually not a bad choice there, Keanu Reeves. John Wick. It's John Wick. He's in the John Wick suit, but he has the green head.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
he did play Alien before in the world I forget the name. It's a remake of an old.
Hey! Now that you mention John Wick hair, or the basically Keanu Reeves long hair. If they do Brainiac while having Keanu Reeves long hair, then they could actually have that some kind of homage or foreshadow or whatever to Brainiac 5 because Brainiac 5 also has the
because he has hair. Yeah, exactly.
I don't think Keanu Reeves would be a good choice. Me personally, I think what's his name? The guy who plays in Breaking Bad.
Heisenberg.
Bryan
Cranston.
Bryan Cranston. Yeah, Bryan Cranston.
Okay. If we're gonna get serious, my pick is the guy who plays Tyrion Lannister. Not Tyrion Lannister, but oh my god, but Tywin Lannister.
I have actually a pick that beats all you. You ready? Paul Bettany.
Ooh.
Him?
Yeah, he already plays a robot. So.
You know, dude, to have that kind of pick that requires a lot of vision.
Ban this guy.
Who played Brainiac?
I mean, come on! You literally handed me that pun on a silver platter. No,
I gotta ban this guy. Like, come on.
Is it? Would it be too much or not or going out of its way if they took the guy who played Brainiac in a Krypton?
No,
they could do that.
Oh yeah, I know him.
Actually, what's interesting, fun fact for you all: Krypton was supposed to be a prequel to Man of Steel.
It was, but then they changed it. They might have fucking thing at the.
For some reason, they changed it. I'm like, okay.
But that's fine, man. The show is good. It did on something.
The show was good.
They're seeing 3. What the
fuck?
I seem to make Get Joel and
That,
we'll
like,
get
fell under the radar.
Tino story.
One at a time. One at a
Also,
time.
We're gonna get Dogman in that show. We're
Yeah,
gonna
we're
get
supposed to-
Apocalypse in that show.
But here's the thing, though. Speaking of Darkseid, did you guys know that that Darkseid makes a cameo in Smallville as a Cloud?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I
that
grew
works
up watching that show. I watched it all
I go into
the way to the end. I have seen that.
Like that worked so well with Galactus.
Yeah, that was a good
Oh, so you're telling Kim's
Yeah.
story directed that season?
Oh, that was a disaster. Galactus.
Yeah,
I didn't know
exactly.
Tim Story directed the 8th season. I mean, he did such a good job on Rise of the Silver Surfer.
I mean, but you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna bring back Smallville anyway in an animated format. So there's that.
I'm actually excited about that.
Somebody save me.
That's pretty cool. Small
Are they
anime.
bringing back the original voice actors?
I mean,
What's
they're
some of
doing
them?
What's the premise on it? Is it a remake of the show or is it a continuation or
Continuation.
in some cases it could be a remake of some of the when the
My thing-
later seasons actually got the
Because they've been doing the seasons in the comics. Like, they did, like, a season 11, 12.
I found it. Finally. Found time out.
Ah.
Hang on.
Oh yeah, based on his portrayal. Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about with why Keanu Reeves can play a really good Brainiac. Yeah, that's a good one, Tevia. That's a really good one.
Like, the movie still may have been disappointing, but Joey added with excellent. So I can see it playing active on this movie.
I almost saw that movie once.
Oh really?
It was
I
not
saw it.
plain.
I saw it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was not plain. It was they were about to show it. They showed about first few minutes of it, and then they decided to put it out because they deemed that it wasn't PG enough for the entire plane passengers to see, like small families and their children.
Oh gosh, yes.
It's almost like so. Let's watch some dude, some alien get birthed. Yeah, that's not PG, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Superman Unbound is the foundation for what a Man of Steel sequel should be.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes. Oh yes. I've seen that movie. It's so good. And they can introduce Supergirl in that one.
Yeah, she was in it.
Yes,
that is
Supergirl in Unbound. Supergirl is already an established character, but they could actually have her be like flee from Brain, do the Injustice route that she's fleeing from Brainiac. Like she escaped from the bottled cities and managed to get to Earth, meet Superman, Lois, and tell them about Brainiac being coming. That premise could work.
But do you want to introduce Supergirl into Superman movie?
I think she's already been.
If it's the Supergirl as she is in the comics, as the likable and tolerable version, and not as a replacement character.
Technically, Supergirl already exists in the SnyderVerse. If you read the Man of Steel prequel comic.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that comic.
Yeah. She was blonde though. She wasn't like such a guy. She was a blonde chick.
Yeah, she was a blonde chick. She wasn't
a blonde white girl.
That's not anything new.
Yeah. Those of you who watch, I did a video on Supergirl's modern origin story about a couple of months ago on the Superman, Batman, Supergirl apocalypse. That was turned into an animated movie.
That's such a
I want a Man of Steel sequel with just Superman. That's what I want. I don't want Batgirl. I don't want Supergirl. I just want Henry Cavill in a solo film. That's it. That's all I want.
Yeah.
What about Lois?
Yeah, sure.
Amy Adams, yeah.
And can we have
Superman, Wonder Woman.
Also,
no,
can we have
we
tried
that during movie too. It failed.
Actually, no. If you look at the comic sales, it actually outsold pretty much everything of the new 52. Yeah, just saying.
I was wrong.
Which one?
Wrong with that.
Which one?
Superman, Wonder Woman power couple. Yes, PK Shades will be my fact checker, unless I. Which I'm pretty sure I'm not. Okay.
I'm just googling that. How many?
Well, let me put it this way. At least it sold very well.
I'm shocked that didn't so well. I thought that it bombed.
No, it didn't actually. And Daryl Taylor has an interesting point. They will have Supergirl as the villain in Young Justice season 5, and yes.
I'm looking forward to that. I hope we get season 5. Zack, don't cancel that show. Meridian scene, fine. That's the one thing the animation you have right now is good. T9 Go is bad. But one thing I would say is good.
that's
The one thing I have
that's
bad, well, two things. One,
is John Kent, yeah.
Gone. So that made me happy. The cameo of T9 Go, even though it was in the cameo, it actually adorable. The second acting thing we're getting at on that show is Zack Snyder on T9 Go.
Yes, that's gonna be so good.
That's funny.
Zack Snyder on Teen Titans Go will be the highest grossing, program in a long time for the episode alone because Zack Snyder's in it.
Yeah, it's actually happening.
What he's
I got to get
gonna happen, by the way, is did you guys see that meme that came out? That's like Zack Snyder from Teen Titans Go has officially been announced as a new head of DC Films.
2013.
And then like right after the broadcast, Warner Brothers like actually announces
October.
and they're like,
October
wait,
2013.
If they announce him as the new head of DC, here's the way our side of Twitter is going to react.
I don't think Zack will be the head of DC. I think he'll be either Snyder or Mike DeLuca, one of the two.
Imagine if they get Chris Nolan.
No. Not Chris. Chris is.
Actually, would like Christopher Nolan to be like the head of DC on film, not necessarily the head of war. Like, I think Christopher Nolan would actually be a really good pick, but like bring in Zack Snyder actually to kind of just work, to be like a part of it, just work under him.
I don't think Chris Nolan would come back, because I think that relationship has broken with WB, and that is going to take a long time to repair.
That's true.
Estimated sales 94,800.
I forget the name of it. But this actually guys on Nope. And the trailer gave it nothing. But it was not doing a teaser. I'm looking for that movie.
I think Deborah Snyder or
Mike there it is. Okay, now I found it. It was on the 7th page, first issue, sold 94,859 copies on October 3rd, 2013.
There you go.
Wow.
It was.
Yeah, because here's the thing: when you look at, I know we're getting on another tangent, but this is a podcast, is what we normally do. But when you look at Superman, Wonder Woman, it's actually more popular than Superman and Lois. I'm gonna say that right. I'm gonna drop that right there.
You mean in book terms?
In comic book terms, because here's the thing: DC has written Lois Lane horribly. She's such an unlikable character, at least to me.
Well, that's because it's a bad way. I don't know.
Are we talking about the Ben's version or the Tomasi Jurgens version?
Oh.
The new 52
okay, and the second issue of Superman Wonder Woman, it dropped about 30,000 units. It dropped to 60,185.
Interesting.
And
you're gonna go?
Yes. See you, Nick.
The link here. It's like,
yep.
Can I see
it's getting kind of late. I'm tired. You guys seem to have the show well in hand. It was nice meeting you all. I'll see you guys next week.
Later.
See you, man. See you, man.
See you, Nick.
Bye.
No, not the eBay. No. I was looking at eBay.
Yeah, well, I think we're going to do Twitter, but the problem is some guys don't know what the fuck they're doing. Especially the Good Rocker one. With the Good Rocker one, that's fine, but just during my rage, that it doesn't get ate up a crap.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing: they could still have John Kent and have it be Superman, Wonder Woman.
No.
By the way, by the way, first off, did you guys know this is heavily a rumor? I'm going to bring Overlord in a second, but this is heavily a rumor that in the new 52, if the Superman Wonder Woman series had not been tanked by Tomasi, they were going to somehow make it so Donna Troy was the daughter of Superman and Wonder Woman.
Wait, what? How the heck did that work?
Huh. Because Donna Troy did not exist yet in the new 52. That whole plan was like kiboshed, and that's why we got that really convoluted origin. By the way, hello, Overlord. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up? I'm welcome to be part of this podcast.
Sorry it took me so long to get you on.
No problem.
All good. So anyway, so now I want to transition the topic.
Whoa.
We had another idea in mind. So, sorry, favorite super. So we're going to talk about our favorite superhero movie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go throughout the entire panel one by one, and we're all going to outline our top 5 superhero movies. I will go first. My number 1 is Zack Snyder's Justice League for obvious reasons. Number 2 is Batman vs. Superman, the Ultimate Edition, or in other words, the only edition that exists.
Yeah, the fact it did not exist.
Yeah. 3 is Man of Steel because that's a criminally underrated Superman movie, like criminally. Now my other one, my 4th one. This was kind of like this is kind of a tough choice, but I'm actually going animated on this one. It's going to be Justice League Dark Apocalypse War.
Nice.
Because you have that scene where like Superman gouges Darkseid's eyes and then starts throwing him around, and I'm like, yes, that's my guy. And then my 5th favorite superhero movie is Matt Reeves' The Batman. Even though it's long and I can't stand Robert Pattinson's portrayal of Bruce Wayne, I did very much like how it captured like the darkness of Batman, and it made Gotham actually feel like a character.
Yeah.
It was pretty much like one of those Legends of the Dark Knight story arcs from the late 80s, early 90s.
Now, I will say I was concerned when Pattinson said he went to Tom King's run for inspiration. I was like, oh no.
What?
Wait, which one? Did the first actor tell me that's good, and they don't find out what is bad?
Probably the final part that's bad, but that's just
issue 50 where everything goes to heck. Yeah.
Okay, so and then the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to go up and down since it took so long to get Overlord on. So Overlord, your top 5 favorite superhero movies.
Oh, I would agree. It's the Batman from this recent year.
Okay.
I don't think it felt long because I think there was a lot of action, fast-paced dialogue, so it was shorter than it actually was. And I also appreciated the final being the drowning or flood of Gotham City. Really felt like an event comic.
Yeah, from 0 year. I think they bought from that story. That's cool.
Yeah, it was like 0 year or something. And did they kind of do that in the Harley Quinn show? Kind of.
Well, not really. They didn't do 0. They did at the not Nightfall. No Man's Land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what else you got, Overlord?
Hard to say. Well, I think they're also pretty good animated movies. I really like the Year One with the Breaking Bad guy playing Officer Gordon.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched that one. I still have to watch that one.
I saw Year One. Year One was fine.
It was basically, you would say that Year One was pretty much adapted, kind of like how Philosopher's Stone and a Chamber of Secrets were adapted from Harry Potter books into movies. Pretty much do the exact same thing and add some extra lines into some scenes that didn't fit the comic.
Well, let me put it this way: I'm sure it was a better animated adaptation than Batman Hush was.
I hate Hush.
I would probably do a comic to animated movie comparison on that at some point if I would need it. But I have the Batman and Son to do next, and then I probably have to do Judas Contract. Just because I have so much to say about the Deathstroke's
Let's
portrayal
see
in
what
those
should
movies.
be in the 3rd place. Maybe something Marvel. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, the obvious choice would be Sam Raimi's sequel, Spider-Man.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to say that in advance too.
Yeah.
That's a really good one. The Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies are what got me into superhero movies at first. So I started off as a Marvel person before I was brought into the light that is DC. I'm just gonna put that in there.
I started both coming. I love DC and Marvel.
Yeah, but here Marvel keeps the problem with Marvel is that they made all their movies one thing after the other. It's all like a stupid slapstick comedy where So Snyder was like, let's have different tones.
Dark tone. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
I'm
DC's
not
dark.
buying
Let's
dark.
face it.
I'm buying a balance. You need a
Okay,
balance.
that's fine. So what else you got, Overlord?
Kanye, that kid's going on Spuddy. That's probably issue 900. I don't want to issue 900. That issue drove me insane.
Remember how I said at one point that I started reading the Amazing Spider-Man from all the way from the 60s that run from to forward. I reached the 700th issue sometime last month, and then because read comics online.le, that website where I read it, it just ended there, or had some miscellaneous fraction issues after that. So it went to the Superior Spider-Man series to continued there. Yeah, it was short, and then it was just okay. Where am I supposed to jump from here?
ASM issue 1.
It's really hard to find.
Issue 1. We want it.
I have gone all the way from the 60s to the end of Superior Spider-Man in the
jeez. That's quite a voyage, my friend.
Yeah. I started before No Way Home came out, and the voyage ended sometime in summer.
For some reason, I started binging Action Comics and Superman from the 30s.
That's a good one.
I reached like issue 300. Something from each of those, and it's so hard to binge it all because you also got like all these Lois Lane and so forth issues.
Yeah, pre-crisis, post-crisis, until New 52, and then Rebirth. We were changing back to normal without having that. One thing I get DC did on Marvel, they kept the numbering intact for Acting Kind Detective. When Rebirth happened, they linked the number back to normal. I went, Marvel did, screw it. We didn't want everything back to number 1. Why?
Because it's Marvel, that's why. That's why.
Yeah,
because it's Marvel. But Overlord, what was your 5th and final one?
Yeah.
Oh wait, like I thought only 3 are enough.
No, I think 5 movies.
You could do 3 if you want to do 3 if you can't think of any other.
Yeah, because like right from my head, I don't really have any like specific movie I could list. Maybe the Suicide Squad by James Gunn. That was enjoyable.
Okay,
that's good.
That's good.
On that note, thank you for those for that list, and I give you this.
This is Sparta!
Nice.
Not exactly a superhero comic, but comic book graphic novel adaptation.
All right, Truth. Top 5 superhero movies. What you got, brother?
Number 1, Man of Steel. Number 2, I'm gonna say Spider-Man 2.
Okay.
Number 3, Zack Snyder's Justice League.
That was the best scene.
4, Winter Soldier.
Oh yes.
And 5, I'll say Batman v Superman.
Oh yes. And speaking of Batman v Superman, we actually have, because I have connections at Warner Brothers, we actually have exclusive footage of Ben Affleck arriving at the Aquaman set.
Oh, what a clip. What a clip.
I know. I had to pick that one.
And by the way, I don't hate Marvel. I like Marvel movies. I just don't like the overly jokey ones.
Or those ones that give a conflicting message, or
Thor.
Pretty much, I dropped on Marvel movies mostly after the Civil War incident.
When I walked out of Thor: Love and Thunder, this was my reaction.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I didn't pay to see that garbage.
All right, PK, what you got for your top 5 favorite superhero movies?
Okay, it's probably some movies that I have. I'm gonna think some movies that I have. When they came out, I went to see more than a few times, and I have, in no particular order, but just to name 5. Well, Well, Man of Steel mostly because when it came out, I was in a part of my life where I found myself identifying with with Clark Kent's characterization. Mostly because the guy was looking for his place in the world, and that was also the year when my parents divorced, and I had no idea which one I should live with or move to my own place. I live at my own place now, but that was when I had to move on with my life and to realizing that the closing into independent adulthood is on the way. So Man of Steel because of that. And I'm gonna maybe add movies that I grew up with. Yeah, let's go with Spider-Man 2, mostly because most people grew up with it. It has age as well as it has, and it has also kind of those life lessons in it. Intelligence,
power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, but also Dr. Octopus, who said that intelligence is not a privilege, it's a gift that you use for the good of mankind. That also, and some other things that you could think up. Well, I went to see The Dark Knight about 3 times. Let's throw that in there too.
Of course.
Wrong clip.
Yeah, I know. I don't have any Dark Knight clips, so.
And well, obviously, let's throw Baby S also because I spent 5 videos reviewing that.
Yeah, second Warner Brothers.
That's my favorite clip I have right now.
yeah. That because it brutal life in there, and we had to go and.
Was that fun?
Okay, for the fifth. I could say put the Snyder cut there for being what we wanted it to be. But I could also mention some other stuff. Well, I'm just gonna put the Snyder cut there because it's the first thing that comes to mind right now, and everything else that I could think about comes after it. So we went from Man of Steel to Spider-Man to Dark Knight, BVS, and Snyder cut.
Excellent choices, and I'm going to give you this.
Oh gosh, yes.
Also, it's doesn't show very well, but that's a Dark Knight poster framed behind me. I have had since 2008.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Nice.
But I will say, a fun fact for a Comics League trivia: the Snyder Cut is the reason why this channel exists.
It does?
I was trying to get a podcast together. I was trying to figure out, okay, so what do I want to do? What do I want to talk about? There's politics, and I'm like, hell no, because that's too divisive and crazy, particularly during 2020. And then I was like, then the Snyder Cut was announced, May 20th, 2020, and I was like, there is that. And then slowly this all grew.
Nice.
Yeah, I just thought, okay, I graduated. What hobby? I don't know, no more school. What hobbies could I think for myself? And I have been throwing shit together and evolving slowly to where I am now.
I'm just gonna grab this.
Nice.
That's one comparison to what you are doing, and but we're not talking about me. We're talking about everyone else. So it should be
Teledia.
Yes. My top 5 films, obviously, to start off things off, is Zack Snyder's Justice League. Hands down, one of the greatest films that was put to streaming service.
Oh gosh, yes.
I had to.
No, it's all good. Superman's Resurrection was the best thing coming.
Oh, you mean that?
No, impressed.
Yes. That and his life.
That was like the greatest Superman moment I think we've had in a film, because it's like, I thought watching that, okay, so he's going to tear Cyborg in half. I thought that was a Zack thing. Then he shows up and I'm like, wait, what? And you hear that
exactly.
The cool part about it is that when it hits, you hear like the axe clang on his shoulder because he's a Man of Steel, and then he goes, and then he just shatters the axe and then proceeds to like destroy, to destroy Steppenwolf like this. And also that
not to mention the rest of the team actually helped because in the 2017 version, Superman just showed up and kicks the Steppenwolf over the axe in 2 seconds. But
and he just left.
This version, it showed the rest of the team actually saved the day.
He lasered off Steppenwolf's horn.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And
Superman is present all the time, and in the 2017 version, he's just ta-da!
And by the way, okay.
I was going to say,
like I said, Superman is just ta-da!
Yeah.
Be right back.
Yeah.
And
go ahead, Palladium.
I had spine chills watching that movie because
Yes.
just purely because of Superman, because I'm a Superman fan through and through.
My man.
I understand that.
So yeah. So my second favorite movie, obviously, is BVS Ultimate Edition.
The only edition that exists.
The only edition. Because
I just said BVS. I didn't say anything about Ultimate Edition when it was my turn. You knew which one I was
I knew what you were talking about. I trust you enough to say you meant the Ultimate Edition.
I know you meant the Ultimate Edition.
I know you have good taste, PK.
Yeah. So like for me, it was the Ultimate Edition because I watched day one at theaters.
Me too.
Theatrical. So I went to watch it. I think twice. So I was really enjoyed it, and then I said, look, when it comes out on home Blu-ray, whatever it does, the extended cut, I'll watch that as well. So I did.
That extended cut really angered me because I'm like, you took out the part that explains why Superman didn't see the bomb in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. What the heck?
Why you made him look like an idiot?
Yeah, and they made it would that movie to go stuff at the from the little cut.
And
Yeah,
they
so
completely
my
sidelined Superman too. Like
Yeah.
the theatrical cut is a Batman movie. The Ultimate Edition is
It's more
actually a
about a
Superman
movie. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, even the Ultimate cut is kind of still a Batman movie.
True. They took the Federal cut to cut Kent scene away. Why? That was important. You need that.
As if you didn't need any more evidence to that Warner Brothers has been determined to sabotage Zack Snyder. So
yeah,
not the Snyder, but
but it's more. But even still, I don't. How many times have I actually needed to say it declare it multiple times that follows a Superman movie, has more Superman characters in it, and Superman is irreplaceable to the plot, whereas Batman could be taken out and replaced with someone else.
That's true.
That's true.
My one problem with BVS, by the way, and this has to do with the marketing. Can you imagine the theater reaction if Wonder Woman showed up and we didn't know she was going to show up? It's like she's walking off the plane. It's like they spend so much time trying to make you think Gal Gadot is playing Catwoman, and then she's walking off the plane, and then the flight attendant goes, "Miss Prince." The minute you hear that, everyone's like, "What?" And then she comes down, and then you get the heavy metal theme. It's like,
I talked about that multiple times in my 5-video review.
Yeah.
In Gal Gadot's first scene, I talked about I just spoke about this character and didn't mention anything about her in kind of way. And it was also before Wonder Woman 1984 had come out, and it didn't have the reputation back when it was coming out that it has now that it came out. I had to even point out that the theaters are closed. HBO Max is not a thing here where I live yet, so I haven't seen and haven't had a chance to even see it.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it had come out, and I just had to say I have no opinion on it at that point.
Mm-hmm.
2 months later, I watched the review.
Potential to be good.
It did. But wait a second.
By the way, I also made a video about when it came out, when I had not seen it, about how I would have done that.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you know how in pre-crisis or pre and post-crisis, when they had it could have worked if they had done that Wonder Woman movie as a tie-in to the audiobook version of Sandman, because if they had not done that, because the Daniel version of Sandman or Dream is in some versions or considered to be Wonder Woman's grandson.
Oh, sorry, I hit that by accident.
Yeah, because there was that one point where Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor they in the pre-crisis they had a daughter, and, and in one of the Hawkman's and Hawkgirl's lives they had a son, and there was that version that if Sandman had pretty much reunited the Diana and Steve Trevor in the Dreaming, because had Death bring Steve Trevor to meet Wonder Woman in the dream in the dream realm or in the Sandman's reality, they would have lived lifetimes there. They could have had the daughter they had in pre-crisis, and and basically that way also that daughter Diana would have also, because of Cheetah, because Cheetah was still a thing. Cheetah would have been like a horror movie, predator movie, serial killer. That would have been Wonder Woman would be the only one who could hunt her down and stop her. And but to do that, she would have to choose to let go of Steve and their daughter and go back to reality. And the daughter would grow up in the Dreaming, eventually meet her, would come up to be husband, and they would have the Daniel version of Dream, who would then become the Dream following Morpheus. That was a pitch on a video that I made before I was able to see the movie itself.
Wow.
That's a very in-depth pitch. Wow. That's so good. Wow.
Good pitch.
Well,
that is a good.
Yeah, that's a really good thing. So my third favorite film, I'd say, would be Man of Steel.
Oh, hell yes.
It's purely because it was an origin story that was completely different to Christopher Reeve's movie, and the fact that action scenes were really, really good.
Oh my gosh.
Really good, especially Zod versus Superman towards the end.
Yeah.
That was thing.
Yep.
And it did tell a compelling story, and it was the origin and everything, so I really enjoyed that.
Either you die or I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's your number 4?
My number 4 would be Spider-Man 2.1, which is the Sam Raimi.
Oh, that's the extended cut.
Yeah, the one where J.K. Simmons is in a Spider-Man costume.
Yeah, that's where that's from. That's where that's from.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's from.
I think it's on a back.
Wait, didn't you know that?
I didn't know that. I thought that was. Oh wow.
That's actually one that could, but some great precursor to the gym photo that J.K. Simmons was released of in 2017 before that came out, because he was fit enough to wear the suit and pull it off, and then 2 decades later we see him jacked off. See him pretty much jacked.
And PK, because you mentioned the Whedon cut, I'm sorry, I have to do this.
Why did you say that name?
Yeah, why did you say?
I had to, dude.
Olen erittäin hyvin pahoillani, että menin sanomaan sen I say in to you in Finnish.
All right, so what you got, dude?
So my, what was it, 4th?
I think you're on 4. I think you're on 4.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
Okay.
4 or 5, one of those two.
Yeah, you have one more left.
Okay, one more. Okay, so my 5th and final one has to be The Dark Knight. Purely because it's a classic. It's just an instant classic of telling.
You want to see a magic trick?
You want to know how I got these smiles?
These scars? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it was just like it's a great movie, and it was a great telling between Batman and Joker. So I went to see that at the cinema as well, so I really enjoyed it.
That's excellent. Yep. All right, Tab. Oh, by the way, Talia, thank you for your for your list, and I'm going to give you this.
We will stand and fight.
There you go. I'm trying to find a way to fit that in. So, all right, Tab. All right, Tavia, what you got? In terms of your 5 favorite superhero movies.
Yeah. Okay. I have a lot on my list, but I have tons of movies I've seen in the past decade. But one I know I probably an obvious one, and this movie actually did come out last year. So, and this one on my top 10 is really 2022.
Okay.
Because And well,
Yeah, go ahead.
obvious.
I'm giving you this.
There you go. We can look. That's one. Two. Retcon the Whedon Cut obvious things because the Whedon Cut gone. Look, by 2017, I thought the Whedon Cut was okay.
Why did you say that name?
You had to bring up the Whedon Cut.
Don't mention that
yes,
name.
but looking back at that movie now, a year later, I said, what the hell was I thinking? Like, I don't know back then, but
let me put it this way: you know, the Snyder Cut is better when you have Batman having lines like these.
He's never fought us. Not us united.
Yeah, but actually showed the team had to be a team. It built the team, it built strategically, and it showed Darkseid being Darkman out. Steppenwolf was gonna make a place when it wasn't building to this way. This Steppenwolf is more complex.
He wanted to go home.
He wanted to go home. Yeah.
And what I loved, the chief reason why the Snyder Cut is my favorite superhero, probably my favorite movie of all time, is because DC is supposed to be, at least in my mind, this whole because the Justice League, the way I see them, is like the epitome of the Greek gods, and DC is typically the gods amongst men. And the Snyder Cut emphasized that. You have that arguably a little long moment where the woman is basically singing a song about Aquaman that goes on a little long, but I'll give you that. You have like that fantastic establishing shot where they're on top of the silo and then it's playing the Junkie XL epic theme, and then it's like going along each person. Notice they're all like in the sun.
Yep.
Referencing Man of Steel with Jor-El going, they will join you in the sun, Cal, and they will help you accomplish wonders.
After you have the two fire talking to Superman when he come back to life, and you see everyone.
He's walking through the Kryptonian ship, and you hear his father's, and then you finally hear John Kent say, "Fly, son, it's time. Be who you are."
That made me smile.
And he's in the black suit.
Yeah, the black suit.
He's in the black suit.
Was there some kind of I don't know if it was a storyboard or some fan comic that some people had made of the cornfield scene where Pa Kent would have also had a comment that not just his voice, but Kevin Costner would have appeared and talked to Clark before Lois came, and he said, I think that I'm not sure if that was a fan comic. I think that was actually like a storyboard idea, but it wasn't in the Snyder Cut.
Maybe they did not do that plot.
I'm telling you, if they release an 8-hour cut of Justice League, that'll probably be in there.
Maybe in the future, who knows? But another thing I Snyder Cut. Two more things I was Snyder Cut.
Okay, go ahead.
Darkseid. Darkseid in this movie would have made a flex.
Anti-life is found Assad, and we will stop at nothing to possess it.
One more.
Ready the Armada. We will use the old ways.
Because I was wondering when the movie was coming out how they were going to do Darkseid's voice. Ray Porter freaking slays as Darkseid.
Yeah, he does. You wanted Michael Ironside, both Michael Ironside and him are both perfection.
Oh, they're both great, but for that version of Darkseid, he sounds freaking scary as hell, dude. Because Darkseid is basically Space Satan, and that is the voice right there.
Indeed.
What else you got, Tevye, on why the Snyder Cut is the best? Can I take one guess though? Is it this scene?
No, impressed.
Almost. That scene I think was great, but no, I guess I need better.
All right, go ahead.
Flash goes in the Speed Force.
Oh my gosh! Yes. You mean the Oscar scene?
That made me smile because. One, it's sort of flat. I don't know about the kick out. Yes, it's not rated, but I mean, you know what? Screw it, I don't care. Yeah. And two, they actually lose because what? Holy shit! My jaw dropped.
They lost. I was like, it's too late. And I'm like, what do you mean it's too late?
Yeah, and then boom. Like my jaw dropped. I started what?
And then as soon as I saw that scene, by the way, as soon as I saw that scene, I went like this.
Yeah, second Warner Brothers.
That was and it was created pretty much. The visuals in that scene were pretty much inspired on how the Crisis on Infinite Earths, how the Flash is running away from the white void of antimatter coming at him. That it was pretty much like inspired by those visuals.
And but that's one more reason why the Snyder Cut is my favorite movie of all time, because in a team movie, it's really hard to give each character their cool moment. Every character got their. If you're an Aquaman fan, you got a badass scene where he's like, he's surfing on the Batmobile.
Yep.
You got the Flash doing that. You got the Wonder Woman scene where she shows up in the bank and she's doing like this super speed.
Yeah.
I'm like, who cuts that?
Yeah, like why come in 2017? What the heck? 2017 ought to cut that scene.
And then I'm waiting for Warner Brothers to come out, at least in reference to giving us Justice League and going,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
they should.
And it, like ban that ship. And
But they're not going to do it.
They're not going to do it.
They're not going to do it because
it's probably because they're all fired.
Yeah, because they were fired. Yeah, and they lost their jobs.
It was kind of funny. Every single time a new Warner Bros. Executive is fired, here's how our fan base reacts. Yep.
Like,
That's the sinking ship of Warner Brothers, baby.
Yeah. Or no matter if you win the job, because it's just sad. But you know what? They screwed up. So of course, you
know what? From what they did to Snyder and Ray Fisher and the fan base, no. I am going to celebrate that these people are losing their jobs. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, Tevye. I'm sorry. What are the other movies, brother?
Yeah, my Bob Bond movie, a great movie, it's a good movie, and well, I don't think make a sequel. If we do get a sequel, it'll be cool.
They're making a sequel, dude. I guarantee you they're going to make a sequel. I still think eventually they'll come back and do it.
Yeah,
eventually. But until then, great movie, and until the future. Great, the future is kind of all over the place, but we'll see.
And that's why I say, well, let me put it this way: in the off chance that we don't get any more Snyder movies, at least we got 3 badass superhero movies.
True.
At least we got that.
We got a trilogy. Yeah. That's basically we can say.
We got the most incomplete trilogy possible.
Well, we're gonna get Martian Manhunter movie and Rob Action movie. That was great.
Yeah, Martian Manhunter. Yeah, that was great. All right, so what else you got, Tev?
Okay, my number 4, and this is another movie that came out last year. Super underrated. That should never bombed. Drive me insane. Why? Because that's Suicide Squad. Talk about a huge body that James Gunn banned. I love this movie. It's badass.
I liked it, but James Gunn's humor when it's R-rated is kind of grating.
No, it should be.
James Gunn fan. I love James Gunn. I love his humor at the end. And the humor of the Suicide Squad, the Action Suicide Squad, this was the Suicide Squad. This movie was 2017. Like, I don't get.
Release the Ayer cut. Hashtag release the Ayer cut.
Yes. When the Ayer cut comes out,
when
the Ayer cut comes out, by the way, when the Ayer cut comes out, here's what's going to happen to the studio cut.
Yeah, of course. That's gonna happen.
It's gonna shred it. By the way, I will say one more thing. I'll say one more thing. My favorite thing to find on YouTube is that when the Snyder Cut was announced, how many people were burning their Justice League DVDs. That was so good.
And see that.
Oh, putting it in a trash can. I see that.
People took their Steppenwolf action figure and just chucked it. They're like, nope. I don't want Liam Neeson Steppenwolf.
Nice. Like I said before, this movie was a great movie. Like that's on Peters. Yes, if it emptied into COVID, it would mess everything up. But
I actually went to see that movie in theaters. It was the first one I saw after the pandemic happened.
Yeah,
that too.
Yeah, it wasn't bad exactly, but I think that most people on Twitter and the internet have overhyped it to be better than it actually was. And that reverse psychology is making you look at it unfavorably.
I will say the coolest part of that movie is where Bloodsport is assembling his giant rifle, and you can see like all the parts. It's like a transformer, and I'm like, okay, that's freaking dope.
It's better, and but we got Peacemaker, the Peacemaker spinoff show out of this, which is great. I love that show.
Why did you say that, Dad?
Peacemaker was horrible. I couldn't finish the entire thing because the minute he started, let me put it this way, I was waiting for Peacemaker to make a joke asking Wonder Woman.
Do you bleed?
I was tell me that's not beyond the humor from that show.
I think it's so funny. It's a good show.
It's like when I was watching Peacemaker. When I was watching Peacemaker, here's my reaction.
Not impressed.
Yeah, but as I said, this movie was great. It was
really hard for me because I wanted to
one at a time. One at a time, guys.
Okay. Okay.
I wanted to try to make a review on Peacemaker too. I reviewed the first 3 episodes, and yeah, Devian, you remember how basically I was just
that's the way all of us reacted.
I have an unfinished word file on writing things about it, and I just can't. I just couldn't find the words to describe it as good or bad or something in between, but or else. Now, obviously, there were some good things in there, but also there was some pretty much. There's something like that we would like to say that when 20 years ago, when people who make movies now, they were looking at the things that they didn't have in the movies then. Now that they have the power to make movies, they put stuff that they didn't have back then, and they think having what they do. It's basically the Family Guy theme song come to life.
Family Guy
violence in movies as it's on TV. That's basically what they do now because they think that's a mature way to do mature stuff. But it's also shown with such a childish attitude and a childish commitment to it that it was look how cool this is at the way.
Oh gosh, yes.
There you go. All right, Tab, what else you got?
As I said, one more thing. The team didn't make the meeting, but here's the thing about this movie. As I said, I'm a Suicide Squad fan who got the original comic from the 80s thing, and I grew up in the 90s, so I didn't work with the Suicide Squad comics. But apparently I do like the comics. And one more thing, we got Star the Conqueror in this movie. Star the Conqueror!
Yeah,
what 5 million Star the Conqueror?
I did not see that.
I grab against Star the Conqueror at the end of the movie. Dude, I just shot Nancy coming. Let me take grab against Star the Conqueror and thank you against Star the Conqueror at the Bunny Pablo game against Star the Conqueror. Super time. Which I say one more time. I'm going to take
of course, he's going to hold. Yeah.
And I'm very happy to see Star the Conqueror back in mainstream media again. Well, mainstream DC again. Because, well, he's awesome.
Well, we have Jarro.
Yeah, we got Jarro. And Scott Snyder degree. I love Jarro.
Scott Snyder's Justice League. That's the next movie.
That's a good joke.
Honestly, I would watch.
I would watch Scott Snyder. I love that one.
I would watch an animated movie on that run. That'd be fantastic.
Same. Like, give me 6 dimensional with Superman. I think like a mega punch against the Wolf Forger with Bo. I think we see John see the pad playing the TV. We see John McKent, the Paul Kent, and his son, and Superman like one butt punch, like what do you got to do like one academia, but Superman. I want to see that animation. DC.
Scott Snyder's Scott Snyder's run was pretty much it started pretty good and it in what it was telling, but eventually it degraded into the lead up to Dark Knight's death metal.
True.
Before that, it was pretty good and it was pretty okay in what it was doing, but then it was basically just if it was a kind of like a part of if it was a movie or a part of something, it would be that each issue was basically 5 minutes of a 20-minute cartoon episode.
I'll be off for that.
It was basically episodes where that much happened, but it happened in some kind of fractions. Like each episode, scene, and next issue is scene.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
Like I said, I love Scott Snyder degree of that one. Yeah, the ending.
I love Scott Snyder in general, so.
Yeah, the ending would confuse. The ending to be fair, the ending would be the equivalent of the death metal. But then in death metal, Ben, I like that story. Confusing. but it was a good.
Isn't it interesting how the best people associated with DC are named Snyder?
True.
I just noticed that.
Yeah. Scott Snyder's doing, Gotham Knights, and he did the Court of Owls.
Kind of
doing his.
He's doing a story.
Inspired by his.
He's done the story for Court of.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, he invented the Court. I was like the first arc of his Batman run.
Yeah, the first arc was the Court of Owls, and now they adapted it into a video game. So.
Scott Snyder's Batman I thought was fine, but the two arcs I hated in the arc were Super Heavy and Mr. Bloom. I hated that one. That's just such a stupid idea.
Okay, yeah, the creative director is working with
Mr. Bloom was such a boring villain.
All right, so
Born Batman was fine. It's just the story connected to the Super Troop arc. That's what made me mad because what? You're telling me the Power Superman and Gordon Batman fight each other? What? Then that one's Scott Snyder's fault. That was more of a DC editorial, DC UPS.
The DCU was not exactly on Scott Snyder's fault. So, Tavia, your other favorite superhero movies, go.
Okay. Number 3 is kind of tied to me because, number 3 is kind of tied to me, and these are 2 at the Marvel. Technically, 2 Marvel. One from Sony, one from Marvel and Sony. But it's both these. Spider-Man just.
Wrong one, sorry.
I love Spidey. Spidey my favorite character in Marvel period. Marvel content how to destroy Spider-Man, but the movie it's about so amazing, doing good, and
with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, and because No Way Home brought me out in nostalgia because yes, it's in nostalgia. Here's the thing. It gave me the thing I want for Spider-Man 3, and you know I hate Andrew Garfield movies. That's my Andrew Garfield fault. No, that's more Sony FPS. But
not his fault.
This gave me a huge surprise. Tobey Maguire to come back. I was happy. Yeah, I love the Sony movie. I love this movie. Those movies, Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, are my favorite movie ever. Well, my favorite superhero movie ever. But this brought me back so much hope and gave me a smile. I got it. But of course, in the Spider-Verse, I made an anime movie. It's a bit about my love the Spider-Man character. You love his movie. This movie made. I'm very sad with a sequel. One sequel stick to ending, and they gave me Spider-Man the Pogger. Another again. I love the comics. Dog people maintain on story, and that was sequel to see. But this is a great movie. Both movies are amazing. I love these movies, and I'm here for the future. Now it's all Sony. They'll drop the ball. They'll mess everything up. But we'll kind of when we get there, when we get the mount, which why?
I have been trying.
Whenever Morbius came out this year, a little bad.
I'm waiting for Craven to come out, and then. By the way, hello, Charles Austin. How you doing? Good, DC family. Hell yeah. And by the way, when I saw what they were doing with essentially the Craven movie, this was my response. I'm like, no!
Yeah. Basically, they took the hunter out of
Craven's a vegan animal lover. What? No. His name is Craven the Hunter. That's what they did, Truth. That's what they did. That's what the movie's about. A vegan animal hunter.
That's fucking. Excuse me. That's dumb.
Yeah, that's dumb. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dumb. What the heck?
I'm not even gonna see that movie.
Shut the mouth.
No, impressed.
Yeah.
Craven in the 90s Spider-Man cartoon, that was great, good Craven who was started out as kind of a villain, then turned into an ally of sorts, and then when Dr. Crawford turned into Calypso, then basically all the friendly ties Craven had with Spider-Man were just
in
the 90s Spider-Man cartoon.
That was great.
Yeah. For time, Spectacular Spider-Man, dude. That ought to make a great one, man. I love that show. I am still pissed off when I got seen 3. What the heck? That one's so.
I am happy though that Spectacular Spider-Man's on Netflix.
I
love that show.
I'm going through it right now for the first time, and I'm like, I know why people are tweeting about this. I'm almost like I may, in fact, start tweeting. Restore that SnyderVerse thing.
It's
Ooh,
amazing.
That's gonna be hard if they.
Then again, that won't
If
happen.
they can get all the
because-
writers and the voice actors from that show back, then they could actually
Well,
maybe do
that and plus remember they had the rights issues. Sony
Oh, yeah.
owned the right to do this Protect Spider-Man cartoon. Marvel didn't own the right to Protect Spider-Man cartoon, and then it's a whole rights issue nonsense. They own CPI,
Yeah,
and then Marvel
that's
get screwed with
rights
that
issue
show, and then then do Open Spider-Man,
Mm.
which sucked. Open Spider-Man was effing garbage. Like you destroyed my favorite comic line for garbage for all the show.
Yeah, those rights issues are pretty much bullshit because I had to get the emulator to play some of those games that are no longer sold anywhere. The GameCube version of the Ultimate Spider-Man, the Wii version of Shattered Dimension, and eventually maybe Edge of Time and maybe Web of Shadows. Those are the only emulated versions I can find are the Wii versions. And do you have any idea how hard it is to get the Wii controls on the X? Get the Wii controls emulated to Xbox controllers.
Xbox controller.
But if those games were on Steam for legally for about 2 years, from 2015 to 2017, and they're not there anymore.
My best game because Aquaman want the rights. Aquaman said want the rights, and Marvel got the rights back.
Yes, of course. The only way to play them is as ROMs on an emulator. It fucking sucks.
It's so stupid.
On the GameCube versions, those still work, but the Wii ROMs.
Yes, we don't get.
Exactly. So,
very good.
Is that your fifth, Tevye?
No.
Okay.
I just said 3 was a tie.
Okay. Go ahead.
2 more.
Okay, go ahead.
2 more. I know at the one about the Tide movie, but I have to talk about this because I got number 4. I'm a huge Captain Marvel fan. I get DC Captain Marvel. So number 4 is Shazam and get Captain Marvel. As a huge DC Captain Marvel fan, I love this character. And a fan of that character, I'm happy they did the movie justice. Because I was super worried they're going to mess it up. But thank God they're not messing it up.
They nailed it.
I would have that.
It's small nitpicks, but otherwise okay.
I love this movie. This movie was my favorite year that came out that year. Did it come out?
2019. 2019.
And what's cool about that movie is that they keep it general enough that you can actually say, okay, it takes place after Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah.
It's general enough that I know it's supposed to be taking place after Justice League, but if you take Patty Jenkins' statements into effect, they just ignore Justice League.
Yeah, they did.
That's the smartest thing she ever said, so I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, I agree. I'm saying, I love this movie. Like the Dread from 2012, the other good movie, by the way. It's super underrated, by the way. I love that movie. Next to Dark Returns.
Did anyone hear that Ezra was on set last month doing additional photography and reshoots?
No.
Yeah, I talked about that before.
How on earth could Ezra be there when there is a arrest or warrant on arrest?
What that was is that the reason why the police couldn't find them is because it was tribal police. So essentially, they were outside of the police's jurisdiction.
Oh.
So that's why he wasn't running from the police, but they were outside of the jurisdiction. But
yeah,
that's interesting because with reshoots, maybe they could end up bringing back our boy here.
Yeah, second Warner Brothers.
Maybe.
Well, he's already in the door. That's the thing.
Yeah, he's already. As soon as they announced he was going to be in Teen Titans Go, I'm like, okay, let's go, let's do this.
Yeah,
maybe. So
as a Captain Marvel fan, this was my Captain Marvel. Like Marvel Captain Marvel is fine, whatever.
No, the movie Captain Marvel is horrible.
The movie Captain Marvel was whatever. It was mediocre. To be fair, that movie came out after Infinity War. With the biggest Marvel movie ever. I love that movie. That movie.
Which, by the way, it only did well because they marketed it as you had to watch this for Endgame.
Yeah.
Which you didn't.
Which you didn't.
No, not at all.
I never watched that movie, and I said to my friends as well that Captain Marvel will never make $1 billion, and it did. And they told me because
it did. You were wrong.
I was wrong, and I had to give. And I had to give the sub because of it.
So. Alita should have gotten that money.
Yeah, well, but despite this, my Captain Marvel is fine, but DC Captain Marvel, my Captain Marvel, always have it. I will always have Captain Marvel sue me because I always have to name an overrated name.
Why did you say that name?
You keep seeing Captain Marvel.
Well, DC's Captain Marvel.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah, that's what I keep saying. Not
So
Lolita should have gotten that
It's
money.
confusing.
So what
Lolita
is
should have
number
made
5?
more
A
money.
fan of Marvel family, fan of Captain Marvel, DC Captain Marvel. Like, this movie is great.
What's up, Taladia?
I was gonna ask what was his number 4 and number 5.
Number 4 is Shazam, and what's 5?
I've been doing this comedy anime movie. It would have been Dark Knight, it would have been Dread. I love these movies, but this is the biggest movie I think I saw last year. This was my number 1 movie that came out last year.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think number please.
Okay.
My Hero Academia at the World Herald Mission. Yeah, the second movie with the movie didn't come in Blu-ray yet.
What is that?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with My Hero Academia.
Okay.
Yeah, I have seen one of those My Hero Academia movies. It was the one set after or at the end of the second season.
Yeah, that's the first movie. The Two Heroes. It was a good movie.
Yeah, it was back when the KissAnime.com was still up and running. I managed to watch it there, but now it's gone, and it's really hard to find any outside of Crunchyroll. It's pretty hard to find any places where you can watch anime. Some animes are still on Netflix. I just managed to finally see JoJo Part 4 because it was finally put there.
No, I'll put that on when you find it.
Hang on.
So while he looks that up, I will give you your clip.
I got it.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. This movie I saw in theater, I think, in 2021. This is my number 1 movie that came out that year. Why? 3 reasons. 1, I'm a huge superhero fan. 2, I love My Hero Academia, but it's got like X-Men, but done better. Because X-Men is good, I love X-Men, but X-Men I never go win a comedy, but
I'll full screen
despite that step back, they did it at my favorite movie came this year because I'm an anime fan, I'm a superhero fan, plus, well, it's my favorite anime ever, but it's amazing. It's a great story, great characters, right at the point in the boy at fantastic movie, and it told an amazing story. I love my hero, I love this universe, I love this world, and this is my favorite movie of 2022. It's my more of a super movie of 2021. Not 22, what am I saying?
Yeah.
Right. Getting mixed up.
It's all good.
And this is my favorite movie that came out that year. I love the movie, it's my favorite movie, superhero movie, period. And I'm hoping to get the movie on Blu-ray. Obviously, everything. And I love this movie. I'm very excited for the future. I love the story. I love the I love the characters. I got season 6. Season coming this year as well. And well, what to say? It's my favorite super movie ever. And I can't wait for the future. Now, Dark Knight is still on my list. It's still a good movie. I love my movie. But My Hero, I think, is my number 1 movie I think that decade. This decade.
That works.
I am ready for the future. And I can't wait to have next.
And
thank you. Future looks great. Wait for My Hero. And I can't wait. Demon Slayer also did a great movie. I was movie channel, did a great movie. I saw that year. I also my top 10 bet 2021.
And thank you for that list. And I give you this.
What is your profession?
Dude, every line from 300 is like, go.
Yeah.
It's goated because it was made by Zack Snyder.
Of course. Yeah. By the way, I wonder why Wonder Woman 1 was way better than Wonder Woman 2. Could it be because who was one of the writers?
Produced it.
Yeah,
Zack
produced it.
Snyder.
Snyder the plan.
It's almost like every movie is so. By the way, that's another movie I should have put in my list is Wonder Woman because Wonder Woman 1 was like blew my mind.
Yeah, Wonder Woman 1 was great on that movie.
Yeah, my favorite scene was that when the party scene where Steve is trying to seduce or get information from Dr. Poison, then Dialogue comes in and it's
Steve's like, ooh.
It's basically like that scene from a Psyche scene from that disastrous life of Psyche Kusua. Because there's that one scene that one of is trying to Well, basically a scene where a high school girl is trying to seduce or an upper year student is trying to seduce one of those girls who is a point of view character, and then the most popular and beautiful girl walks by, and it was yeah. When I reviewed both movies in one video last year, I used that clip on the.
My favorite scene from that movie was when Wonder Woman shows up in No Man's Land and
that's my favorite
By the
scene.
way, that's what Warner Brothers wanted to cut out, so I'm going to give them this.
Yeah, second Warner Brothers.
Okay, yeah.
Everything they cut is the most iconic stuff in the movies.
You can't cut that scene out. That isn't important to the story.
That's a good action scene and an establishment of how she is Wonder Woman in a mostly doing that. But it was a good scene. That was funny, kind of universally funny scene. But that I think the person. But yeah, the No Man's Land scene is the one that establishes and shows her as Wonder Woman for the first time.
Yeah.
And I will say, before I log off, because we're going on 2 hours, so I'm going to end it here. But my favorite, there was that line in Zack Snyder's Justice League where Flash goes, hey, Cyborg, do you think she'd go for a younger man? He's like, she's 5,000 years old, Barry. Every man is a younger man.
That was a great line.
Yeah,
that was a great line. Agree.
Basically, it was a response that makes you think, what the hell was?
And it was the first time in the DCEU they referred to her as Wonder Woman.
Yeah, they did.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. So on that note, I'm gonna call this live stream to on recess. I guess that's the proper term for that. Thank you, gentlemen, for hopping on. You guys are always welcome. And remember, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and remember, before I log off, I'm gonna give 2 clips.
Yeah, second Warner Brothers.
One more there, and then I have one more to log this whole thing out.
He's never fought us. Not us united.